2, 3.
Football season is weird because we actually look forward to Mondays. It's Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. The Common Man and T-Bone you're about to listen to is incredibly stupid. Listener discretion is advised.
That's why the show works.
Because that's one, I'm trying to be consistent because we've been talking about that all year.
If you were me, Bone, and I was still me,
yeah,
this show would be too hot. We'd be right in the mental institution.
Featuring Panama Ted.
I'm a dork and stupid.
Timmy Hall.
I love a good, thin meat.
And a crap ton of random sounds from the internet.
His lower body is ridiculously thick.
You're a little stupid.
Not on my watch.
My butt's sore. Holler.
I like that laugh.
Welcome to Man and Bone.
Happy Monday. Welcome in. Hello, Bone.
Hello, man.
It is Yikes Monday. How you doing, Teddy?
Doing good, Mike.
Oh, we're all doing good.
Oh, we're doing great.
We're all doing good. What's the plan for today? There is no plan.
Well, you know what the plan is?
So I was talking about Buckeyes playing for the national championship. That's what it is. And of course, we'll sprinkle in playoff football and all those goodies, but we're basking in the glory.
We're excited about this. This is, I'll tell you, man, Friday night, late in that game, I started getting extremely nervous. I mean, extremely nervous.
How could you not? They had, by they, I mean Texas, had first and goal at the 1 with a chance to tie the game.
And in my mind, it was they're gonna tie the game, and then somehow Ohio State is going to end up with a chance to like win the game on a field goal that they will miss. And then we'll go to overtime, and then it'll be some kind of fluky play, and then that's it, right? I was already getting there of like, they cannot lose this game. They should not lose this game. And they didn't, because they got one of the all-time great plays in Ohio State football history out of Jack Sawyer. A like poetic play, wouldn't you say? I mean, poetic. It's the stuff of legend. It's what every little kid dreams of doing when they, play football. They think about having a highlight reel play like that. But, I mean, all the stakes, everything you could have, it's 4th and goal, and someone's got to make a play. And Ohio State and Jack Sawyer got that play.
I put this on Twitter after the game, because this is one of those games where I just couldn't go to sleep.
No,
I was up till like 3 o'clock.
How could you? It was an incredible game.
And, most of us live vicariously through the people that we watch, right? Jack Sawyer was a kid who grew up in Central Ohio, and he was obsessed with going to Ohio State, like a lot of us were. Played football in the retention pond, or where the hell he played football in the neighborhood before he started playing organized football, and had Buckeye jerseys he would wear and Buckeye posters in his room. And there have been guys who have had that dream and then go on to play for Ohio State and have had very nice careers. Plenty of Central Ohio guys have gone on to star for Ohio State. But when you talk about moments like that, there's a difference between, hey, I remember that guy, he was pretty good, to that guy, legend. And it's one moment. It happens to be the most pivotal moment of the season, right? I mean, he scoops that ball up, and what was the official yardage on that? 90 yards?
I think it was 80. It was real close to 85.
Because they had the big negative play right before that.
Maybe like 87 or something. It was, what I mean is, it was very close to being 85 yards through the heart of the South. It wasn't exactly 85, but it was around that.
Just the reaction. I mean, I'm usually very silent when I watch these games, and I just fester or I stew inside. I was up and screaming. Ryan Day's reaction on the sideline, just running with him down the sideline. The relationship that those two seemingly have. I mean, I can't imagine a feeling like that. I can't imagine being Jack Sawyer in that moment, immediately afterwards, realizing what you've done, knowing, of course, that the job is not finished. You have to go on and win a national championship now, but that you helped put your team in that position, the team you've always rooted for and loved. I can't get in that headspace.
No, I don't know what that's like, man. That to me
You and
feels...
I will never know what that's like, buddy.
No, but it feels like when you're a kid, the things, the scenarios that are set up, right, is, all right, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, bases loaded, and you try to hit a pitch over the fences, right? Or, dribbling a basketball, 3 seconds left, 2, 1, and you shoot it and you think, oh, yeah, he won or he lost. It's that down to the wire last minute play. And, Quinn Ewers is having that moment, too, in his head. He's thinking 4th and 1. This is, I came to Texas to do stuff like this. This is my moment. He pulled it out against Arizona State. Maybe I'll do it again. And instead, his old roommate, that's why I said it was poetic. Like, his old roommate is the guy who comes through in that moment and says, not today. It's not your moment, buddy. It's my moment. And then, of course, the fortune to have it bounce up and be able to run it back. And obviously had the convoy with him. Texas players were demoralized. In a way, it did matter that he runs it back because if that killed the game. That was it. Game over at that point.
Well, it matters for a couple different reasons. It matters for the moment, too.
No, the moment was just great.
It off.
Yeah, but those players, I'm sure, for Texas at a moment saw, even if we recover this football, that's 4th down. It's over. Like that we can't get the ball back in this play.
Right.
So then, but if you don't chase this guy down, you have a chance. You could have stopped Ohio State, maybe got the ball back and had a minute and a half or 40 seconds or something to make a play. But then no one chases after him. He gets a great bounce and a head start, and he didn't give it up. Good for him.
We got spoiled. The Tennessee game spoiled us. The Oregon game spoiled us because we just assumed that this team was just going to walk in there and kill them, right? And maybe if they played good, clean football, they would have, because that first half was not pleasant on many different levels. And I'm sure they would tell you that. They just didn't play their best football. And look, you're not always going to go out there and be perfect. I get it. And there were some things that needed to be cleaned up, but ultimately, you can't keep down talent. And they were just that much more talented than Texas. I was talking to my dad the next day. He said, wow, they were really close. They were not playing good football. I said, yeah, they weren't playing good football for portions of that game. But you know what? At this stage, as nice as it is to have a 34-0 lead in the first half, you need to win this game by 1 point. Yeah. That's what you need to do. And I said before the game, you and I both said this, if the final score at the Cotton Bowl was Buckeyes win 3-0,
that's a win.
Then we're thrilled with that outcome.
Yeah.
And the same thing goes for the national championship game against Notre Dame. I don't care what the line is, whether it's 9.5 or, whether the Irish fans feel like nobody's giving them a shot, whatever your narrative is. And the Buckeyes go out there and maybe it's another disappointing performance with penalties and turnovers and whatever. As long as at the end of that game, you've got more points than your opponent, you've accomplished your mission. That's the problem. That's been the problem with this team, is that we've gotten down in the mud. Whether you want to look at that Georgia game or look at the Oregon game from this past season or the Michigan games that we've seen. And you've gotten in the mud and you've played so-so iffy football. And at the end of the day, you can't pull it out. But there's something special about this team and the players on it where you believe now, and I think they believe it too, that it doesn't matter what happens or how many screw-ups you have during the game, they will find a way to pull it out because they're better than you.
Yeah. Well, I think, too, we've talked a lot. I've made that analogy a bunch about you've got a Ferrari. You don't have to have a dump truck race when you're not a dump truck. Just go past these teams. But Texas is also a Ferrari, right? And so in that, fourth quarter, that drive that Ohio State had offensively to take the lead back, right, where it was tied up, I mean, that is the type of drive that you have to be able to some point do to win championships. You got to be able to move the football effectively and go down and score, which they did. And so now you got the 7-point lead. Texas is coming back, though, and they're driving down on you. And Ohio State yet again has a goal line stand. I don't know if you saw, I got to find where this was from because I saw it tweeted out there. There was a supposedly on the headset during the game, Texas gets those two PIs that got them like first and goal at the 1? Is that right?
I think so, yeah.
They, at some point, there was a report out there that on the headsets in the OSU, in the booth, apparently someone said, wow, Texas scored pretty quick there, And Jim Knowles popped back on and said, they haven't scored yet. And it turned out they hadn't, and they didn't. And that's the attitude that you have to have if you're going to win a championship. And that's why, this coaching staff, I give them all the credit in the world. They did things I did not think they were capable of. I gave them no chance to have this type of run. Now they sit 60 minutes away from a championship. Didn't expect that after the Michigan game. And you know what? Keep proving me wrong. I'm glad to be proven wrong on this. I love the fact that this team is playing like they are.
This is what we knew. 34-0 in the first half of the Rose Bowl. I don't think anybody expected, but this is what we knew this team was capable of. And that's why I got so upset at times this season, because I recognized the talent that was on this team. And I think that's why Ryan Day, after that Michigan game, was staring into the abyss, because he knew. He just, I can't believe we just lost this game. We're so much better than them. Look at them.
Right.
He knew. How did he fix it? By letting his people be the stars that they are and complimenting them, getting out of his own way. That's how he fixed it. More conversation coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should watch for some slowdown due to an accident on westbound 62 between 71 and Old Harrisburg Road. And we've got some residual traffic from an earlier incident on westbound 33 near Hamilton Road. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Dormar can be there today, guaranteed. Visit them at dormarhvac.com.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection, one that helps better their everyday through the things they value most: friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
You want to know what the VIP stands for in the Ohio Lottery's new VIP Millions game? Very impressive payouts, because this $50 scratch-off has 50 $1 million winners. Plus, with 5 bonus boxes and a chance to multiply your winnings by up to an astonishing 500 times, this game truly lives up to its VIP status. VIP Millions, your best chance ever to win $1 million in Ohio Lottery history. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One thing we keep hearing here in town, Wilson, is that the cost of Pella windows actually pleasantly surprises most people.
Pleasantly surprised?
You get the Pella next level quality and looks, but we also have 5 different lines to fit most budgets.
Our customers are almost always surprised, but it's never pleasant. Is there such thing as like angrily surprised?
Price is a little high.
Oh no, they're a lot high.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rate the leading and most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from Classic 3-Cheese, Pepperoni, or Extreme Meat Pizza. Save big with a $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
How'd you like to wipe out all that credit card debt to start the new year off right? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Stop getting fleeced by the credit card companies. If you own your home, go to AFLcash.com now. Advantage First Lending can help you unlock that equity and get you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's AFLcash.com. You can pay off all your credit cards and other high-interest debt super fast. Consolidate all your bills into one low monthly payment. AFLcash.com can help you tap into your home's equity to give you some serious cash so you can go into 2025 with less stress and more confidence. Get the cash you need from Advantage First Lending now. Most homeowners don't even need an appraisal. How great is that? Get on solid financial footing. Go to AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. 844-394-CASH.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Morning Juice.
If you don't have a car that's capable of driving in the snow, don't be out there. Because I'm going to be driving 70, 80 miles an hour, and that's what's going to happen.
Morning Juice is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Weekday mornings at 6. The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Feeling the aches and pains of everyday life slowing you down? Introducing Blue Emu, America's #1 emu oil formula for pain relief. In a recent clinical trial, 91% of users saw improvement after using Blue Emu. Whether you're working hard, playing harder, or just staying active, Blue Emu penetrates deep to relieve joint and muscle pain fast. And best of all, you won't stink. Join the 91% who felt the difference. Find Blue Emu at your local retailer or online. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink.
Imagine all the things you dream of under one roof. You're thinking of eBay. Fashion, collectibles, car parts, it's all there. Go find the thing that keeps you up at night. eBay, things people love.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Time now to check in on that weather report. It is about to get downright cold over the next few days. Tonight we drop down to around 11 for the nighttime low. Tomorrow, look for scattered snow showers with a high of 20. Wednesday morning, wind chills can be as low as -5, and then heading into Wednesday afternoon, looking at a high of 19. I'm meteorologist Dylan Robichaud with your 10 weather impact forecast on 97.1 The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Does excessive amounts of Prozac make your sack droop down to your knees? Asking for a friend. My friend's name is Mike. Back to Droopy Sack and T-Bone.
Droopy Sack and T-Bone brought to you by the Hinder Motor Company. It's a Yikes Day. It's also a bask in the glory that this Buckeye football team is going to play for a national championship. Fully aware that the job is not done. All right, we get that. But you can't blame Buckeye Nation for getting swept up in the emotions over these first 3 playoff games. And apparently what you need to do for Ohio State to win the national championship is just expand the playoffs. And the Buckeyes will win it every single time.
No, trust me. The thought that I have had as an Ohio State fan is that this means this championship expanding to 12 and ultimately may expand to 16 for all we know. Because I could see them eventually saying in a couple years, we want to have a home site playoff game for everyone. Top 8 schools should get that. And then if you win your conference, the seeding is less important. You get a home game, all that stuff. But if that's the case, can you ever see Ohio State finishing out of the top 16? Based on, I know there's group of 5 considerations, all that.
Unless there's some sort of scandal.
Right.
No.
So you're going to be in this thing every year with a chance to right the wrongs. And if you have the talent level that Ohio State usually has, it's all there. And by the way, a team like Notre Dame feels that exact same way. You don't think Notre Dame looks at this and goes, we're that independent school. We don't have to play in a conference championship game. If we don't lose more than a game, possibly even we could get in with 2 losses, we'll be in this thing every year too. These are 2 teams that should expect to be in the playoffs just about every year.
That is until the powers that be come to their senses and say, well, you're not eligible unless you join a conference. What are you going to do about it?
You would have thought that would have been a prerequisite to this happening.
It will happen.
It should. Now, here's another thought I have. You tell me if I'm wrong.
Wrong.
Okay. Isn't it kind of sweet? Regardless, I obviously you know what outcome we want. But this coming Monday, a week from today, you are going to have all those rednecks in Southeastern Conference land, right? Atlanta, Georgia is in the heart of the SEC conference. That's right smack in the middle. They are all there going to have to hear about 2 teams from the Midwest. 2 teams located a few hundred miles apart in the Snow Belt, in the Rust Belt, whatever you want to call this area of the country. The Midwest is who they get to all watch. I wonder if when they first decided that this was where the championship game was going to be, I wonder if the thought among some of the powers that be in college football wasn't, Well, this would be good because it's a playoff. There's going to be 12 teams in it. We'll probably have 3 or 4 SEC teams.
Celebration of the South.
It's probably going to be 2 SEC teams or maybe an SEC and an ACC. There's no way there's going to be essentially a Big Ten team and then the one team that, functions basically as a Big Ten team that isn't in the conference at Notre Dame. I know they play in the ACC. They play an ACC schedule, but come on. Like, you're talking essentially, there's no way they thought there was going to be 2 Midwestern teams in this thing.
No, there's so many different aspects of this. I mean, that's enjoyable, is having all the hillbillies lose their minds. But just going back and looking, I can't get enough of this story. And again, it's not done yet. I get it. Stop with your messages. I know we have one more game left to play. All right? But if you look at this story, you're coming off of, after that Michigan game, perhaps the worst Ohio State loss of our lifetime. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, given everything that was at stake, it was at home against a 5-loss team. You had to win this game. The aftermath of the flag planting and the brouhaha and the pepper spray and all of it. You're coming off of that. And you and I both said that week, this Tennessee game is going to go one of 2 ways. They're either going to kill them, which they did, or they're going to lose by 100. Because they're just going to come out and not be able to shake off what just happened to them, right? And then that's the end of this team. They go home, they lick their wounds, and they try and make sense of what happened.
Most of them would, like the thought is they go out, if they lose that Tennessee game, I mean, either way, you're losing like 16 starters off this team next year. You like seniors, the people going to the draft, like you're just going to have a bunch of talent exiting. And the thought was they would have accomplished nothing of real substance while they were here.
Right. But
this highly touted recruiting class basically doing nothing.
We sort of look at it after the fact and say, well, of course they were angry. That's why they came out and they beat Tennessee. How many teams have we seen in that same situation just pack it in?
Yeah.
Just emotionally, we're spent, pack it in. And that speaks to the leadership that this coaching staff has, the trust that they have inside that locker room, is they were able to keep those guys focused on the task. And the task is you're playing in front of 100,000 people at night in a playoff game against a hillbilly school that wants bragging rights over you. Let's not just beat them. Let's kill them. Oh, we're going to the Rose Bowl? Let's make that trip. Let's go out there. Let's beat a team that we already lost to once. They have that mental edge on you because they've beaten you. All right? They were sitting at home. They're rested. They're ready to go. You go out there and you kill them. Then you go deep into Texas to play Texas. Now, I know Buckeye fans traveled, and we can make the jokes about how the weather traveled and helped the Buckeyes out, and it was a taste of the Midwest. The reality is you went into their place, essentially, right?
Oh, sure.
And beat them. Was it pretty? No, didn't have to be. You beat the last team standing from the SEC. And now we sit waiting for Notre Dame, 2 of the most legendary programs in college football history, 2 of the biggest brands, if not 2 the biggest brands in college sports history. And you have a chance to finish this off. I can't think of a better run than this after what you dealt with.
Yeah, but I'll tell you right now, and I know you're going to call me the negative bone or whatever else. Like you just said, that Michigan loss was one of the worst losses we've ever had. And I know some people will jump on that and say, wait a second, it didn't affect anything. The Buckeyes had every chance to go win a national championship. They're in the national championship game. How could it be the worst loss? Worst loss, something like that should knock you out of something. What I mean is when you look at how good the team was versus who you were playing in that moment, there was no way that, just like the Virginia Tech game. When Ohio State lost that Virginia Tech game, that was also one of the worst losses that Ohio State ever had. They shouldn't have lost that game in the national championship season back in 2015, but they did. That shouldn't have happened. Doesn't mean it knocked them out of anything, but that was an egregious loss, right? That Michigan loss to me is obviously even worse than that. But that Virginia Tech team was bad too. What I am telling you right now is, as much as we are all excited about the opportunity that lays before this Buckeye team and how exciting it will be to hopefully see the Buckeyes hoist this trophy, can you imagine if they don't?
Stop.
Dude, I'm saying that would be
I can't
as
imagine
bad
it.
as, like, from a, having to hear from the Notre Dame people.
It's not going to happen.
Okay.
It's not going to happen.
Look, man, all I'm telling you, I'm just laying out the stakes. It's Monday. I'm with you.
That Ohio State team's not going to let it happen.
I hope you're right.
You know,
I don't think they will.
We here as fans can talk about, hey, let's get ready for the parade, and wow, what a great run this is. And yeah, they were excited for about 5 minutes. That football team was excited. You think they're taking anything for granted this week as they get ready for this game? Nothing. No. Nothing.
No, and they can't. I mean, that's where I thought I was very curious to see how the Buckeyes would come out in this Texas game. And to be like eyes wide open on this. I mean, there were moments in this game where you can say at times Texas played great. They had their moments defensively, especially. I thought they played a really solid game, too. This was a hard-fought football game.
Yeah, it's almost like they're good.
Right.
They're a good team.
Yeah. But, like, that's one of the things we talked about before the game was, like, what are they going to do with Jeremiah Smith? Answer. They shut him down.
They took him out.
And what they said was, let someone else beat us. It's not going to be this dude. And you know what? Ohio State found another way. And a guy that we haven't talked much about today yet, but, dude, Travion Henderson. We talked about his speed with Oregon. We talked about how we've seen this, at times in his time here. But the way that he is able to, when he finds a hole and can just, I don't think we've seen speed like that in a very, very long time.
And it's the emotions of that too, where they're probably going in to score to take a 2-score lead, and he gets that dumb 15-yard penalty where he gets in the dude's face, right? And he knows he knew exactly. Instantly when he did it, that he had screwed up. And you can see him on the sidelines just saying to everybody who looked at him, my bad.
Yeah.
And then it's like that scene in Dumb and Dumber. And then he totally redeems himself.
Yep.
Right? But is that game maybe over? If the Buckeyes go in and go up 14?
Sure.
Early in that
I feel
game,
like
it could be.
There were a decent number of self-inflicted wounds in this game, right? Buckeyes didn't have their cleanest game by far.
No, but that's my point, is that you did a lot of things wrong on Friday night. Penalties, dumb decisions, all of that. Your best player in Jeremiah Smith was taken out of the game, was a non-factor. And yet you still went out and got the job done.
I'm telling you, man, this is a bold statement I'm about to put out there, but Travion Henderson may have the easiest speed we've had at Ohio State since Ted Ginn. Like, can you think of anyone else who has had the burst he has when he gets a little bit of an angle? I mean, he doesn't run the same way. Ted Ginn was took 5 steps and he went from the 50 to the 2. Like, that's just a different type of runner. But I don't think we've seen anybody who can get to that next gear since Ted Ginn Jr., what we have here in Travion Henderson. That is unbelievable speed that he has. And you're right, totally made up for that mistake.
I want to talk about somebody else that I think redeemed themselves during the game on Friday night. That's coming up next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle that's on the right shoulder of eastbound 70 on the east side after 33. And you're going to hit some residual traffic from an earlier accident on westbound 62 from 71 to Old Harrisburg Road. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscriptions ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
You want to know what the VIP stands for in the Ohio Lottery's new VIP Millions game? Very impressive payouts, because this $50 scratch-off has $51 million winners. Plus, with 5 bonus boxes and a chance to multiply your winnings by up to an astonishing 500 times, this game truly lives up to its VIP status. VIP Millions, your best chance ever to win $1 million in Ohio Lottery history. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
A system for every home and every budget at Logan AC and Heat Services. Get a free Trane furnace with the purchase of an air conditioner and tax credits up to $2,600. Schedule your free estimate now. Logan Services.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
If it sounds like you've got a screeching pterodactyl in your garage, you don't. Your garage door just sucks. We are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we fix crappy garage doors straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. At DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Did you feel that? It's your radio getting fatter. Getting fatter.
Chubby time!
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Monday. You know what? We've talked about this play. We have not listened to the play, though.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I was watching on TV. I didn't hear the call. I went back after the fact and listened to it. Paul and Jim. But this is the Jack Sawyer call that we, of course, had right here on the Fan.
4th and goal. Texas at the Ohio State 8 with 2:29 to play fourth quarter. 21-14, Buckeyes leading. Ewers in a shotgun. 2x2 wide receivers. Wisner in the backfield with him. Ewers set to toss. Ewers being chased. Hit by Jack Sawyer. Knocked the ball out. Sawyer's picked it up, and he's running down the right side. Jack Sawyer hits the 50-yard line to the Texas 40. Sawyer to the 30, to the 20 of Texas. Jack Sawyer is going to take it into the end zone. His second fumble recovery of the season. Jack Sawyer, Ohio State defensive end. He finally got to Texas quarterback Quinn Ewers. And Jack Sawyer races it into the end zone to give Ohio State a 27-14 lead over Texas.
As wonderful as a call as that was, Paul Keels could not have done it any better. When I first heard that call, I was concerned. So much so that I almost called up Skip Mossick and said, did Jim Lachey have a heart attack and die during the course of that play? Because normally what you hear in a situation like that is Jimmy in the background going, oh, get it, run, run. It was dead silent. It was dead silent, and I was concerned that Jim was dead.
Yeah.
Teddy's here producing the game. Teddy, when you heard that and you heard the complete and total absence of Jim Lachey, did you think he momentarily passed out?
I did not even think about that till you mentioned it, but you're spot on. There was no Jim Lachey yelling in the background, like we normally get. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
Who knows? Maybe
he just laid out.
He got so excited, his headset came unplugged. You know what I mean? Maybe that's what it was. And he had to plug it back in.
Like the time where George Matthews punched himself in the face?
Former Jackets radio announcer that we had here on the Fan many years ago.
What a call. What a play that will live forever. And you know what? A lesser man would let this bother. If it was Eric Dickerson, he'd be pissed off. But I know James Laurinaitis, and I know that he doesn't mind one bit that he's not going to be the first number 33 that people think about from here on out. Because it's Jack Sawyer, baby.
Pretty amazing, right? I mean, that's and for a guy who I know that there's this is probably a little bit of bending history a bit here. Quinn Ewers it's not like Quinn Ewers was here for 3 years and then just gave up on Ohio State, right? He reclassified, he came here. The 1 year he was here, he was roommates with Jack Sawyer. But the way that I was going to say that is, Jack Sawyer stayed here and made a play, and it happened to be against his former roommate, the guy who left to go elsewhere and try to go, better himself, get a different shot, whatever. NIL money, all that too. Jack Sawyer stuck around. In fact, came back to play here. Could have gone to the NFL last year, came back for his senior year.
I'm sure he didn't play for free either.
No,
he's got money coming to him as he should.
I'm not trying to romanticize that, but what I am saying is it's kind of an interesting juxtaposition. Doesn't mean anything. Could have easily been Quinn Ewers getting that one. And I thought Jack Sawyer after the game even said something to the effect of they had a moment after the play where they saw each other on the field and Quinn Ewers just kind of gave him a whatever, man, and kind of laughed about it afterwards. What can you do? The guy made an awesome play. You guys knew each other. You're friends off the field, I'm sure. But it is it's nice to see, right? For a guy who, again, he didn't stick it out through hard times. He's a 5-star guy at Ohio State from Central Ohio. That tends to be a pretty good deal, right? When you get signed up for that. But he stuck it out, played here. And then even after that, you saw what they did to him, that Michigan loss. He was out there on the field not knowing how to process it, right? I mean, he was losing his mind, ripping the flag out of the Michigan guy's hands, all that stuff. Now it comes full circle, and he gets that job done, gets the big play. One more game to go, and then you get to really let it all loose. Then you really do never buy it. You never buy anything in this town again. Meals, drinks, whatever. You win a national championship making plays like that, you're forever remembered in this town.
You know, we talked about Travion sort of redeeming himself, that stupid 15-yard penalty earlier in the game. Maybe they go up 14 points. Maybe they don't look back. Who the hell knows? But, of course, he caught the screen pass. He runs away. Another guy that I think redeemed himself Friday night was Quinshon Judkins, where, you know, this guy's not the biggest guy in the world. What is he listed at? 6 feet tall? I don't even think he's that. But he will just punch you right in the face. I questioned the wisdom during that long touchdown drive in the fourth quarter the Buckeyes desperately needed. I questioned the wisdom of having Judkins as your principal back because I thought Travion Henderson had the ability to break the game open, and that's what you needed at that point. But instead, what you got was Judkins, whether it's catching a screen pass or running up the middle for seemingly nothing. I mean, you look at his stats. He had 36 yards rushing and like 22 yards receiving. They're not going to blow you away. But on that final drive, when you needed someone to go out there and just punch them in the face, he was that guy. And I was frustrated watching that game at times with him because he did too much dancing during the course of the football game. He had opportunities to get first downs. They were there. Instead, he just did his little dance and wound up not picking up the yards. When he finally realized, hey, I'm going to punch you in the neck now. That's his game.
Yeah.
That's his game. You got Travion who will run past you, and Judkins who can run past you, but is better when he comes right at you and shoves it down your throat. What a combination that is to have those two guys out there. We're not going to see it anymore. It's gone. We may never see it again with comparable type running backs, but man, was that fun to watch.
I mean, you had a guy who was one of the best running backs in the SEC the last 2 years come up here to join one of the best running backs in college football. That is a backfield that, once again, we looked at the start of the year and said, if these guys stay healthy, watch out. This could be one of the most lethal rushing attacks we've ever seen. And so at points in the regular season, when you don't see that, you wonder, all right, why are we not getting what we want? Well, the reality is, whatever the reasoning behind that or why that happened, I don't know. What I know now is you have two guys that look about as fresh as anyone in college football. Do they not? They don't look like there's a lot of miles on this. I know there are, but there has been, enough of, if you want to say, managing the roster, if it's just been the way games worked out. Neither of those guys have 300 carries to their name. I don't think, right? That's not the type of system they're running here at Ohio State, and that's not how those guys are being utilized. But it now has them playing at their best at the right time of year.
That's the thing is that, you talk about roster management. That's important. Ryan Day talked about that after the game, is that they're relatively healthy and relatively fresh because of the way they manage the roster during the regular season. And that's what has frustrated you and me about Ryan Day, is that really when you look at it, he's done everything right except finish. Now he has the opportunity to finish.
Well, and this is kind of like in a way, feels like in a video game, the final boss you get to. Ryan Day has seemingly struggled when you get to a moment. The last challenge that he's kind of had here has been, all right, you're really good. You got a lot of things going for you. Now you just got to go out and beat Michigan, and then it's all, then you can go to the Big Ten championship game, go from there. And other than the first year he was here, he hasn't been able to get that job done against Michigan, because that is one where when you win that game, you get something out of it. Obviously, beating Michigan in itself is a reward. There is the gold pants you get, right? Like that's a significant thing to do.
That's the players that have them.
Right. So I'm saying that is one of those games where there is a tangible reward for you after that game, more so than just the feeling you get from it. Now, there's a much more tangible reward here, right? A national championship is also, they give you a trophy, they give you a whole bunch, you get a ring, it's a jewelry game. I've heard, T-shirt game, jewelry game, whatever you want to call it. These are big time moments. And Ryan Day, this is kind of like the final challenge for him. Show that you can do that, and then there's no more doubts about you as a head coach. Not that, again, he's pretty much dispelled all of them. But as we just talked about, you cannot lose to Notre Dame.
No.
That cannot happen.
You have to finish the job.
Yeah.
Cement your legacy. Jack Sawyer did it. Now Ryan Day can do it. Become a legend.
Yeah, I was going to say, is it Monday yet? It is, but it's the wrong Monday. It's a week from now. I know that they all need to recover. We got to get everybody, back for that. But Yeah, Monday can't come quick enough. Next Monday.
I do want to, pop some more praise on this team because I'm just full of praise today. Why wouldn't I be? I just want to prop some more praise on this team and the way that they run things there behind the scenes. Because we've talked about the money. Ryan Day's paid a lot of money. This assistant coaching staff's paid a lot of money. And these players are paid a lot of money. And with that comes expectations. But with that can also come fighting, pettiness, jealousy. And we haven't really seen any of that. And I think we should focus on it. Coming up next, Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got some slower traffic on northbound 71 on the north side between I-70 and 11th Avenue. And keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle that's on the right shoulder of eastbound 70 on the east side after 33. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are an instant push-to-talk walkie-talkie offering national LTE coverage and no subscriptions ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com now for 60% off and free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
The Meijer 7 for $7 sale is back for a limited time. Pay $1 each when you mix or match any 7 or more on participating items, like bags of avocado minis, 1.25 liters of Coca-Cola products, plus deposit where applicable, Dannon or Chobani Greek yogurt, Kraft mac and cheese, and Meijer brand frozen vegetables. Save a good deal more with the Meijer 7 for $7 sale. That's the good life. Exclusions apply. See the Meijer app for details.
Ready to hit the road in a new car? With Pathways, enjoy up to 90 days with no payments and low auto loan rates. Learn more at pathwayscu.com. Pathways Financial Credit Union, your true financial partner. Federally insured by NCUA.
You know that project you've been working on? Just chipping away at it, dreaming of the day you get to show it off? Then, when you're least expecting it, cancer. And finishing that project actually happens. I would know. I've been restoring this car for years, and today I'm giving it to my granddaughter. It's her 16th birthday and 2 years since my cancer diagnosis.
Mom, you finished it?
Happy birthday, boo-boo. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans to learn more.
At Metal Supermarkets, we're all about getting you and your crew to quit in time sooner. That's why our service is a cut above. You see, no matter the project, we'll get you to the right metal, shape, and grade. Cut to any size, ready real fast. And yeah, we'll deliver. Leaving plenty of time for the important things, like opening an ice-cold can of aluminum. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal.
The New Year's celebration has come and gone, but my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin are still offering those great deals. Rich is sticking with rates starting as low as 0% and leases starting from only $249 a month. Test drive the Prologue, the new all-electric SUV from Honda. And how about the very popular CR-V LX all-wheel drive? A 25 lease is only $349 a month for 36 months with $19.99 down. See the dealer for all these amazing details. Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
Bands are us when dreams sunk in. Bands are us. No more mess, no more dust. Transform your bathroom by Bands are us. Embrace yourself in luxury. So fresh and so clean. Your personal oasis just as you dream. Bands are us when dreams sunk in. Bands are.
Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com.
Come cheer on the Ohio State Buckeyes men's basketball team as they take on the Indiana Hoosiers this Friday at the Shop. Fans are encouraged to wear white, and you don't want to miss trading card night with Greg Oden. Buy your tickets now at ohiostatebuckeyes.com.
Hi, here are some ways to listen to The Fan. You can download the Fan app or listen at home on your smart speaker or open up the iHeartRadio app or hold your head out the window and hear Common Man scream. Happy listening from the dopes at The Fan.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from classic 3-cheese, pepperoni, or extreme meat pizza. Save big with the $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and the action is heating up this playoff season at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Lock in your touchdown picks. Check out trending parlays. Increase your winnings with profit boosts. New customers can get up to $1,500 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. And unlock 30 days of ESPN Plus. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app. Sign up with the promo code radio to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Getting cold feet? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOLING.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Patriot Air Comfort Systems in Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
Come for the obesity, stay for the anger. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Monday. Please subscribe to the podcast of this stupid show. It's available wherever you get your stupid audio. Just search Common Man and T-Bone. Click, subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. The podcast is brought to you by our friends, Care Heating and Cooling. I want to talk about the atmosphere around this football team and how rare it is. You know, we talk about the money that these players are making. Depending on what you read, it's, $15, $20, $25 million for this roster. Quinshon Judkins, we just talked about him last segment. He didn't come here for free, right?
No.
I mean, he came here obviously because he wanted a chance to win, all of that. I don't discount any of that, but also because the check cleared.
Well,
that's why he's here.
I think sometimes fans get mad about that. People get mad about that around college football, as if you or I or anyone else is saying there's only one reason anybody came here. No, it's a lot of different reasons, but certainly the money has to be there.
Of course,
often alongside, like if a player feels like they're going to get better development at Ohio State than maybe where they currently are, that is true. That is largely accurate. Also, if that player is going to get a third of the money they would get at another school, that might factor in as well. Like, you have to balance everything. But assuming that the fit is good from a culture standpoint, you're getting the coaching you want, and yes, the money has to be there too. For some guys, more important than others. I get it, but there's nothing wrong with pointing out that you have to do all of it right, not just
there's
one
nothing
aspect.
wrong with that, and that's how Ryan Day has excelled with this team. And it's very easy, though, I think, initially, if you have the money, if you have the boosters, and you have the companies that are helping you out, to get guys to sign on the dotted line. Keeping them happy as the season goes and not having infighting, that's where the real challenge begins. Because you and I both said when Quinshon Judkins came here, we said, well, that's it for Travion, right? I mean, he's going until he didn't.
Right.
And then he stayed, and then we said, well, how's this going to work? And I know they were all saying the right things initially, which is, yeah, we're here to win, and we'll split time, and we're unselfish. And that's all well and good until the games start. And then you have situations where on a pivotal drive, you find yourself on the sidelines in favor of the other running back. And you know that you have one more year of college before you have to go to the league, and you want to put as much on tape as humanly possible to go earn your living for the rest of your life. We've seen these guys truly split time.
Yeah.
And we haven't heard a peep behind the scenes about jealousy or them not getting along or resentment for not being out on the football field. And I think we just sort of take that for granted. Where it's like, oh, of course they're happy for each other and they're competitors, but they understand why they're not playing. Most guys would not. These guys have been selfless, and they've gone about their business, and that's why they're in the position they're in today, is because that's managed not to seep through and infect the rest of the talent on that team because they accept their roles. We don't hear bitching and moaning like we do other places.
Well, and I'll be perfectly honest with you. A lot of the criticism that has surrounded this Ohio State team at times has been something that now can seem like a positive, and I think it is, and that is that guys who are competitive, who are ultra competitive, at times the concern was, is that competitive level where it should be for Ohio State, right? When you see them lose to Michigan, when you see them playing some of the close games they did, when they lose that game to Oregon, And again, there were people, Trey Henderson was one of the guys who went on a podcast and said, hey, man, it's all part of the plan, right? It all just kind of happens for a reason. Can't let that get me down. Got to just go on with my day. There were plenty of Ohio State fans who said, what are we talking about? Like, that's how you really feel? And that was viewed as a negative. Oh, I'll tell you this, NFL guys who run NFL teams, they want to see that competitive fire, right? But to your point, Trey Henderson's ultra competitive, I'm quite sure. So is Quinshon Judkins, so is Caleb Downs, so is anyone who comes here to play at Ohio State. They're all ultra competitive guys. You don't get to this level if you're not competitive. But the reason we haven't, it's almost weird that infighting hasn't occurred, and some people wondered if that was a bad sign.
It's not.
Because I know, but
it's not. Shame on us for thinking so.
Well, but you know why people thought that is because you lose games you should win.
No, I know.
But now you are seeing that this thing fully has come around to where they've won games they are supposed to win. They've won games, quite honestly, people weren't sure if they were going to win. Now they've done that in this playoff run. You have one more to do. And I don't think it's going to be any easier than any of the other games were. I think you have to go out there and have your best game of the year if you're going to beat Notre Dame. I'm not buying into the idea that they're a pushover. I know they got some injuries. I know they got all that stuff. They are one of those teams that also dealt with a lot of players getting knocked out of games, and yet they fought their way here. They beat some good teams on the way here, too. Ohio State and Notre Dame are the two deepest teams left in this thing, and that's probably why they're in this tournament as much as any other reason. So I think they for sure are going to be a very tough out. This is going to be a great contest, but I hope the Buckeyes emerge victorious.
Another thing about Ryan Day, where if you actually look at it, I respect the hell out of him for this, is that there's been a lot of excuses made for Ryan Day. A lot of outside excuses from the media, fan base. Some people make excuses for Ryan Day. You know who's never made an excuse?
Oh, yeah.
Ryan Day.
I agree with you 100% on that.
And that I have so much respect for that. Every time there's been an opportunity to change or get better, whether it's replacing coaches that he had loyalty to, that he hired, he was not shy in doing that. Handing over power where that would be difficult to do. Look at a guy like Kevin Stefanski, all right? Kevin Stefanski is an offensive guy who, during his tenure with the Browns, has never hired anyone on that offensive coaching staff that is a threat to him, ever.
Yeah,
right?
I think you're right.
And Ryan Day had no problem this offseason going out and hiring a guy with more experience than him, right? A guy, Chip Kelly.
No, I know, but I'm saying a way to look at that is, I know what you're saying. You're right.
Other coaches wouldn't be so secure to go out and hire somebody of that experience to run the offense.
You're right. I also think, and again, this is all about narratives because of how things have changed. The other side of that we all looked at was Ryan Day needed his, a buddy of his to come in and run things, a security blanket, a guy that he trusts because he knew what this season was for him. Ryan Day knew this season. And I mean, again, after the Michigan game, we thought that was it. I think a decent number of people, I know some Buckeye fans never stop believing, right? Because there are some Buckeye fans that you could lose 4 games and they'd say, that's all right, I trust this coaching staff. But you lose 4 in a row to Michigan, everybody's asking questions, rightfully so. The reality is, you're right. Ryan Day did give up the reins, did bring in someone else, did get help, and it has ultimately worked out. And that narrative has changed over 3 games because of what this team has done on the field. I think the biggest thing I take away from what has happened so far is that this team was always there. We were all right to be frustrated that we didn't see it. But now, finally, these guys have gotten it together, the coaches, and put the players in the best spot to go out and make plays. But at the end of the day, look, they were not 4th and 1. They were, first and goal on the 1 for Texas to come in and tie this thing up. That didn't happen because Ohio State had a flawless game. Didn't happen because, Ohio State's coaches had called the perfect game. They hadn't. The players hadn't played a perfect game. It was not a clean game by any stretch. However, one of the guys you trusted in Jack Sawyer, one of the biggest changes they've made, Ryan Day gets credit for bringing in Jim Knowles, does he not? And fixing this defense a couple years ago, getting it much better than it was. Like, he deserves all this credit. I'm saying he deserves it. But if Jack Sawyer doesn't go out and make that play, that, again, it ultimately falls. You have to give the players the best shot, but then the players have to go out and make that play happen.
That's right.
And Jack Sawyer did. He made a tremendous play that will live forever in Ohio State history.
The Notre Dame homers are out in full force. Details next. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to find traffic is moving slowly on westbound 670 between Grandview Avenue and I-70, and things are a little slow on eastbound 70 on the east side from James Road to 270. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan. And traffic.
At NJM Insurance, we like to think of ourselves as a symphony. We start with a foundation of doing the right thing. Then we layer in dedicated reps whose priority is you. Add in excellent discount programs. And last, but certainly not least, we put our policyholders first. And the reason we don't use jingles or mascots is because it's just not us. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM. Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
Hey, it's Jen from Deluxe Door Systems. Just wanting to say happy holidays. We feel blessed to have been in a lot of fan listeners' homes this year, and we wanted to say thanks. If your garage door sucks, we're here for you in 2025. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, retirement, maybe even kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you really need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. We're committed to helping protect your personal interests and the life you've built. Don't let divorce take more than it has to. Talk to us today.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Hey guys, Anthony Rothman here for Low T Center. Keep that promise of getting your testosterone levels checked. If you lack energy, muscle mass, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy may be your answer. But all guys have different T levels, so don't settle for a standard dosage plan. Get a personalized treatment plan at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Book your appointment at lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and are you ready for this? 5 weeks with Awaken 180 weight loss, and I'm already down 30 pounds. 5 more pounds just last week. I'm no mathematician. I will leave that to my wife, but 30 pounds, 5 weeks. Isn't that an average of just about 6 pounds a week? So far, I'd say Awaken 180 was everything it was cracked up to be and more. The guys talked about coaching, and my Awaken 180 coach, Natalie, she's the reason why this is so easy. We all know that I need to stay up for the games. I told her that, and she changed the program on me. Brandon, make sure to have this at it for an after-dinner snack. And also add an extra tablespoon of healthy fat, some delicious olive oil. So I did, and I'd say 5 more pounds down last week, and it did the trick. If I say I'm hungry at this time, she fixes it. If I have cravings at this time, she fixes it. There's no guesswork with Awaken 180. You eat, listen to your coach, go about your everyday routine, and the weight simply falls off. Sounds too good to be true, but it isn't. Do what we all did and lose your weight for the last time. Visit them online at awaken180weightloss.com. Again, that's awaken180weightloss.com.
When you're ready to sell your car, another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company is the easy, fast, fair, and hassle-free way to sell. This is Justin Hinderer. We pay top dollar for your vehicle, whatever the make or model, and no purchase is necessary. Consider trading and get even more toward your next vehicle. Drive in today and leave with cash or get a great deal. See why it's a pleasure doing business. Just visit HindererMotorCompany.com.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
Good afternoon. I'm Buddy Wells. We'll start with the NFL as we have just one game left in the opening wildcard round. Tonight, the Vikings face the Rams at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. That game was moved out of the L.A. area due to the wildfires in Southern California. Kickoff is at 8 o'clock tonight. As we take a peek ahead to next weekend's divisional round schedule, on Saturday, the Chiefs host the Texans and the Lions will host the Commanders. And then on Sunday, the Eagles host the winner of tonight's game and the Bills will host the Ravens. College basketball, the Ohio State men and women are both in Madison this week. The Ohio State men will take on Wisconsin tomorrow night. And then on Thursday night, the OSU women will head up there to take on the Badgers. Both games will get started at 9 o'clock. And in hockey, the Blue Jackets won their 4th game in a row on Saturday night as they beat the Blues in St. Louis 2-1. The CBJ are back on home ice tomorrow night as they host Philadelphia at 7. A win in that game would match the Jackets' longest winning streak since 2019. Breaking sports news, what happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The only thing better than watching football is talking about it. So we invented Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan. Just be glad you aren't as stupid as these two. Oh, yes. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Yikes Monday. Yikes. At 4:30. All right, Lou Holtz is talking.
Oh, good.
Lou Holtz was talking to Rob Aller in the Dispatch. He said that he has not spoken with Ryan Day since the 2023, where Lou Holtz at. He, of course, picks Notre Dame to win the national championship, as you would.
I wouldn't be.
Right?
Why would you think you would do anything else?
Yeah. He says, when you look at it, Ohio State's the best team. They have an explosive offense, and their defensive coordinator has done a tremendous job. There's something like 9-point favorites. However, in a one-game winner-take-all, anything can happen. I like Notre Dame's culture. They're very physical, but they have to keep it close by forcing Ohio State's offense off the field.
Oh, good. Please, listen, I said this right after the game. We got to get a microphone in front of Lou Holtz. I hope they interview him every day, and I hope they ask him, expand on what you mean by culture, toughness, physicality. Not that Ryan Day needs it at this point, but please, anything you can get of Lou Holtz saying, I think Ohio State is soft, and I don't think they can win physically against this Notre Dame team in the trenches. Please, let's do that. Because Ryan Day seems to really like that type of motivation.
Does he need motivation to win the national championship?
I would hope. I think all the motivation's very clear. I'm just saying I want every little bit of this going the right way for the Buckeyes. So please, let's get him on McAfee's show talking about Ryan Day. By all means, I hope it happens every day this week.
Now, let's just not, because I get labeled with killing Bo Schembechler.
Okay.
Even though I didn't kill him.
Well, he
just happened to die the week of the Ohio State-Michigan game, and it just happened to be when I was making fun of him on the radio, that guy had the ultimate gotcha by dropping dead.
Yeah, I believe, but you saying, I hope he drops dead.
No, I didn't say that. Don't rewrite history now. Stop it.
Yeah, but still, you were making fun of him. He drops dead. It's your fault. You killed him.
But what I'm saying is, we got to tread lightly on Lou Holtz because there's a greater than 0% chance he dies this week.
I'm not. No.
He's old.
There's a greater than 0 chance that you and I dropped dead this week.
No, I know, but it's more likely with him. He's old.
All I'm pointing to is I just want Lou Holtz saying what's on his mind. If he's got something to say about Ryan Day, please say it and say it repeatedly, loudly, into microphones so everybody hears it. That's what we need this week.
Well, you know who I need to hear from?
All about that.
I was laying in bed after the victory on Friday night thinking about the matchup with Notre Dame.
Okay.
And I, of course, was thinking about all the great players that have played for Ohio State and Notre Dame throughout the years. Brady Quinn.
Your guy.
Was an example of that.
Yeah.
It's funny because my daughter is friends with Brady Quinn's daughter.
Yes.
Okay. Last Thursday, she had a little play date over at the Quinn's house.
Mm.
And she asks Kristen, can I stay for dinner? And I said, well, that's very odd because that Thursday night is Notre Dame night.
Right.
I would think that Brady wouldn't want anybody in the house.
Well, he's been there, done that. I mean, he's played in some of these games. I mean, he obviously can probably handle his emotions if there's,
I don't know.
People around.
I mean, he's a competitor. He's obviously rooting for his alma mater.
I'm presuming Brady Quinn has a mansion, right? Where it's just like the west wing of the mansion is where the children are, and the east wing is where he and
It's not like he has a manor with butlers or anything like that. So, I said to Kristen, I said, well, she can stay as long as she's not in the way. She was invited, right?
Sure.
She goes, yeah, she was invited to stay. I said, okay, well, she can stay. And so I get home, later that night, and I'm talking to Samantha. And I said, did you see Mr. Quinn? when you were at the house? She goes, I saw him a couple times. He was in the basement, and he would come up, and he was all sweaty.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, of course he is.
Yeah, that's right.
He's watching the game down there.
Can't blame him. Now, I think if Samantha gets the invite this week to go hang out again, you need to fill her pockets with actual Buckeyes and just have her, whenever she if she walk around the house, just leave a little Buckeye for you. Just, I know obviously the history there. We know the family's got ties to both, but you got to make sure that the Buckeyes are represented over there. 100%.
You'll find it also hard to believe that it's a very athletic family.
Sure.
You have dad, who played quarterback.
I'm aware.
You have mom, who went to the Olympics as a gymnast.
Oh, very cool.
You have uncle on one side.
Yeah.
Who's AJ.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'm just saying, AJ doing things in the NFL, did things here, did things in the NFL.
I mean, he's not, never mind. Not a blood relative, right? Just married in?
Well, married in, but what I'm saying, the threshold is high.
Oh, I see. Okay.
All right? And then on the other uncle is Jack Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Who's currently playing for the Blue Jackets, and has had himself a hell of an NHL career. I'm just saying, if one of those kids, cousins, they want to do something, they got some pretty big shoes to live up to.
Absolutely right. Yeah. There's a legacy there.
The good news is we've given our kids zero standards to live up to, right? You and I, we go on the radio, like, hey, beep, beep, boop, boo, jizz horn camp. As long as they don't yell jizz for 3 hours a day every single day, they've surpassed us.
All right. Number one, that is true, because what happens at school now is occasionally the girls will come home and say, yeah, a teacher at school said, oh, I listened to your dad on the radio. And they said, they've also said I need to come after class so they can help me, because they know I'm going to need assistance to get all these concepts, because they hear me talking and they go, well, this kid probably isn't too bright, which is wrong. My kids are actually surprisingly smart. Let them live. The other thing is, you brought up Jizz Horn Camp. We were talking about birding terms last week.
Mm-hmm.
I can't repeat on the air what my wife said to me, but she essentially said about birding, she said I would have been gisting everywhere, as Jim Harbaugh put it, because there was a bald eagle today on her way home.
Oh, yeah?
The bald eagle had landed on a dead roadkill deer carcass, and the bald eagle was just having the time of its life, was eating a meal fit for a king. And she said she almost turned around and got a picture for me.
Let me ask you a question that we don't know the answer to.
Okay.
I assume there's a pecking order.
No pun intended.
Those turkey vultures. They're usually the ones that pounce on the roadkill.
Yeah.
Right?
They do,
and they come in groups. But when they show up and they see a bald eagle there, do they look at all their buddies and say, well, there's more of us than there are of him. Let's just get him out of here.
That could be.
Or do they respect, the bald eagle's there, we'll wait?
That's, you know what? I don't know the answer on that. I do know that bald eagles, you know why a vulture's head is that way? This is so sorry for anybody who wanted to hear sports, but give me a minute. We're talking about birds. You know why vultures' heads look like that? All gross and no feathers and just red. The reason for that is because they eat primarily dead animals, a lot of that. And so all the goop and all the bad from the dead animal, if you have feathers, it's just going to get stuck in there. It's not going to, they don't take showers.
It's like you when you eat wings. Just
right,
gets stuck in your beard.
Right. So they don't have feathers. That helps them be able to eat their staple diet. Eagles and other birds like that, they don't typically eat roadkill. They will if they have to.
They're catching it.
Yeah. So they don't get in the mess as much because they're usually eating smaller things that they catch and they eat very quickly. Yeah. Like a whole fish. They just suck it down.
All right. Anyway, I don't know how we started talking about this, but
we were talking about birding and Jizz Horn Camp.
No, even before that, because I somehow we started talking about Brady Quinn. I was talking about all the legendary players.
Oh, yes. Right.
That played for both Ohio State
That's right.
and Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And I when I was thinking about those players, I didn't think about Malik Zaire. But apparently we need to, because he says Notre Dame is winning the national championship. He said that Will Howard is Ohio State's worst quarterback in the last 15 years.
Okay.
And
based on what?
He says he's taking all bets on the Irish beating Ohio State.
Oh.
He says if the only thing stopping Notre Dame and Marcus from making history is Will Howard, then go ahead. Well, the good news is it's not.
I was going to say, I don't
just
know.
Will Howard.
It's right. It's not like people have been saying, boy, this team, as goes Will Howard, so goes this Buckeye team. Like, yeah, he has had a very good season. He is a talented player, but no one has said that's the story of this football team. No one. Not a single person.
No, but again, we've had our issues with Will Howard at certain parts this season. And even in that game the other day, I mean, he tried to force the ball to Jeremiah Smith, and what happened? Got picked.
Yeah, that's right. He's going to throw those occasionally.
But he had a couple big runs in that game. He managed to be pretty successful with his number one target being taken away from him. Also, with like a gerbil living under his left hand.
Incredible, right?
I mean, that couldn't have felt good.
No, that would look disgusting. I don't know how that happens and you're able to still play football. Tough is what I'm going to say.
But
He's
also,
very tough.
Let's say he's right. Let's say he is the worst quarterback in the last 15 years. What the hell does that mean? Because look at the list of the quarterbacks the last 15 years.
No kidding.
Pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Right?
C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, J.T. Barrett in the last 15 years. Dwayne Haskins, right. Like, I mean, there's been some dudes. Cardale Jones, I mean, yeah, you've had some guys who have been pretty awesome here. So, but I don't think that's the case. I think he's a very good quarterback, and I do trust him to make throws for this team. He's been really good all season. But you also have great players around him. So, yeah, I'm good. Thanks, Malik Zaire. How did your career go, by the way?
I don't know.
I feel like,
I mean, I do know, but
yeah, not great.
Who else do we need to hear from? Ron Paulus.
Good night. I forgot about him. Mr. Three Heismans was going to get. Remember that? Bino Cook said that Ron Paulus is going to win 3 Heismans, not 2. He's going to win 3.
Legendary turkey neck. Bino Cook.
Of all the necks you can have.
You compare him to all other turkey necks. They get compared to Bino Cook. Let me tell you something.
He sounded like that, too, when he talked. Exactly right.
So we haven't talked to any NFL playoffs. We will remedy that coming up next. Cow and Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should watch out for an accident that's on the right shoulder of southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt at Livingston Avenue. And you're going to run into some slower traffic on eastbound 670 between Neal Avenue and I-70. This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you can easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. I want to tell you about my new obsession, Daisy French Onion Dip. One of my guilty pleasures during football season is eating dip with chips and wings and even veggies while watching the big game. And now Daisy came out with Daisy French Onion Dip and Daisy Ranch Dip. These are a game changer. As good as homemade dip, and they've got real herbs and spices. Ingredients you'd find right in your own kitchen. Next time you're watching a big game, before you do, stop at the store and grab these new Daisy French Onion or Daisy Ranch dips.
Giant Eagle is making it easy to surround yourself with savings with new low prices on hundreds of your favorite produce items like pineapples, avocados, navel oranges, and lettuce at your neighborhood Giant Eagle.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
For every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free. No limit. Plus, if you've already received a quote from another company, bring it to Universal Windows Direct. They will beat it. 614-502-5220. UniversalWindowsDirect.com.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
For a limited time at Speedway, get 2 big pizza slices and your favorite Coca-Cola 20-ounce for only $5 with Speedy Rewards. Choose from Classic 3 Cheese, Pepperoni, or Extreme Meat Pizza. Save big with the $5 meal deal with Speedy Rewards. Only at Speedway. Valid through 3/4/25. See app for full terms.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. In procrastination, it's the thief of time. Do you really want to head into the new year with the same old joint pain, the stuff that's been bothering you all the way through this last year and probably many prior years? Make the decision now to say no. I'm going to get it fixed, and I'm going to get moving again in 2025 with the help from my friends at QC Kinetics. See, they're the leaders in regenerative medicine and joint preservation. They're located right here in Columbus, Ohio, under the leadership of Dr. Ray Tesner, the founder of Grant Sports Medicine and a classically trained orthopedic surgeon. He's going to help you revitalize your joints with advanced orthobiologic treatments at QC Kinetics. Things like PRP, so you don't have to have surgery. There's no drugs. There's no downtime. It's the future of medicine. Tens of thousands of people already know about it, so don't wait any longer. Go give them a call at 380-208-4544 for your free consultation. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices in Dublin and Gahanna, so they're conveniently located all through Central Ohio.
Welcome to the plus side, where a AAA Plus membership means that an empty gas tank won't keep you from a full day, and where a dead battery can't stop you from being the life of the party. Because on the plus side, roadside mishaps don't have to ruin your day. With AAA Plus, tire changes, battery swaps, and emergency fuel are just a tap away. AAA gets to you faster, and if you need a tow, we'll take you further. Become a member today and experience peace of mind on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply.
Bobby Carpenter once sold workout equipment on QVC Canada. There's no joke here. That actually happened. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekdays starting at 6.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-472,000, 614-472,000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-472,000, 614-472,000.
Feeling the aches and pains of everyday life slowing you down? Introducing Blue Emu, America's #1 emu oil formula for pain relief. In a recent clinical trial, 91% of users saw improvement after using Blue Emu. Whether you're working hard, playing harder, or just staying active, Blue Emu penetrates deep to relieve joint and muscle pain fast. And best of all, you won't stink. Join the 91% who felt the difference. Find Blue Emu at your local retailer or online. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink.
If better health, more energy, and detoxing your body are some of your priorities this year, get Active Liver today. You can find Active Liver at your local CVS or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Bright and breezy and dry on this Monday and cold. Temperatures still in the mid-20s. Overnight will fall back down to around 10 with fair skies and light winds. More clouds and scattered light snow late afternoon through the early evening on Tuesday with around 1/2 inch to 1 inch of accumulation. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Objects in radio may be dumber than they appear. This is Man and Bone.
All right. We have not talked any playoff football. We will do that here. I do have one bit of business to get to, though. Okay. Out of context, Tom Brady from yesterday. Do we think this is good enough to add to our rotation?
Let's hear it.
You tell me what you think. And the listeners, I want to hear from you, too.
Cooper, their all-world rookie, coming right in, hurts his face. Nothing he can do.
Do we think that's good enough?
You know, the audio just washed a little bit at the key moment we needed there. That's my only issue with it, really.
Cooper, their all-world rookie, coming right in, hurts his face. Nothing he can do.
Yeah, I think we could still keep it in. I mean, we need some variety. You know, you can put that in there,
You know
I guess.
when we don't play enough?
What's that?
This Tony Romo one. And it's the laugh. It's a little chuckle that makes it.
Once again, just the tip has to get over.
Is that Peter Griffin in there? Like it's just, or Tim May? I'm not sure who's laughing there. That's great, though.
What do you think about that, Beamer?
I don't know if it's good enough to say, hey, we're going to hold the ball on for 30 seconds, run it with 8 seconds left in the play clock. We're going to bleed this game out.
That's right.
Bleeding on the play clock.
Sure. Whatever. Play clock. Come on. Get it right. Don't make the same mistake he did. Jeez.
I'm sorry.
Come on.
Rams and Vikings tonight from Arizona. We will have that here on the Fan after the Buckeye show at 8 o'clock. Texans beat the Chargers. I didn't think we'd see that. I mean, Texans the last month and a half of the season looked like they were playing out the string and that they didn't belong. And it was the Chargers that looked like they didn't belong. Justin Herbert made some bad decisions. And
he had some where he put the ball right on his receivers, and then they were just like, whoop, like, huh? And then it ended up right in the Texans' hands a couple times, too. Like,
Dicker, the kicker, gets the kick blocked.
Yeah, that's
and then
right.
He goes and touches it, bats it down. They run it back for a two-pointer.
Yeah, that also, yeah, man, you're right. It was a comedy of errors for the Chargers. They just didn't have a good game. But also, I think CJ found a little bit of something, didn't he?
That's right.
CJ Stroud looked a little bit better than he has the last few weeks. The meme I enjoyed over the weekend was someone posting a photo with, just a scared look on their face. And the answer is Jim Harbaugh when he has to coach against CJ Stroud without all the plays. Yeah. Take that, Harbaugh. You suck. Those who return will suck. Yeah. I can't say it about Michigan, but I can say it about you, loser. Enjoy that Ohio State L that they just hung on you. CJ put that on you yesterday. That was good.
Ravens too much for the Steelers. So
yeah, now you talk about the Texans backing into the playoffs and then suddenly turning things around, right? They feel pretty good.
Yeah.
The Steelers, the thought was, well, maybe they will turn their narrative around, and no. The Ravens,
well, and Lamar has struggled against the Steelers. And,
sure, all that stuff.
You talked to Matty Ice last week. He wasn't comfortable.
Oh, no, I saw him.
Matchup.
I saw him this morning. I said, hey, there's the biggest Ravens hater in the world. Of course, he has all his Ravens gear on. He's like, yeah, I earned that. Because he was afraid, doubting whatever you were going to say about how this was going to go.
That's what the playoffs mean. All right, you have some fans that just take out the pom-poms all the time and everything's great and everything's bubble gum. Then there are the real fans out there that expect the worst, and when that doesn't happen, they're pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Now, this week going to the Bills, he again is expecting the worst.
Well, I can tell, though, there's this, because this is the battle of the two MVPs, right? You got the Bills taking on the Ravens.
Was Joe Burrow in this game, too?
No. Are you kidding? He can't be an MVP if a team's not in the playoffs, Mike. That's what I was told.
Why?
Because you can't.
I'm not saying he should be the MVP, but what's this discussion?
This Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Who's going to win the MVP? It seems like it's between those two guys, and obviously people have their minds made up on that. But this game, of course, will have a lot of people talking one way or another about that narrative, whichever way it goes.
Okay.
All I know is with this Steelers team, if you are a Steelers fan and you look at Mike Tomlin and say, I feel like maybe it's time for us to get a coach that can do a little bit better in the playoffs. Just prepare yourselves, because you know how that goes. If you look at a coach who's had a really good record and won a lot of games, and you say, maybe, though, losing in the first round of the playoffs, maybe this isn't the way we want to be, Kirk Herbstreit will descend from whatever high tower he is in, and he will come down and yell at you. How dare you, lunatic French Steelers fans, for criticizing Mike Tomlin?
Tomlin's not friends with Herbie, though. Herbie only does that for his friends.
Oh, is that right? I don't know.
Not when he sees something is wrong. No. It's ultimately self-serving.
Well, that's right, because actually Herbie was calling that game, and he was criticizing the Steelers, saying, how dare the Steelers not play up to the way they're supposed to? There's no fight in them. I forgot. He is also a big, I have to be calling a great game. I can't just appreciate that one team is clearly better like the Ravens were. He has to come in and say, where was the fight from the Steelers today? Yeah, well, I don't know. But they got beat by a much better team. The Ravens proved that.
How do we avoid the Bills and the Broncos in the future? You don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes those types of games just happen. Now, I tuned down the game yesterday. It's Broncos, first possession.
Touchdown.
This could be a game.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe there's something to this stat that Sean Payton has a 720 winning percentage against bald coaches. That was the stat last week. Sean McDermott's bald.
Yeah, right.
So Sean Payton was going to win the game, I guess. Right? Obviously, that did not happen. After the first possession, it was all Bills after that. But sometimes you have games like that. That's the way it is.
No. I'm told that means the selection committee got it wrong. So maybe, you know what? Maybe they should have let the Bengals in instead. Maybe that's what should have happened. Bengals would have played. They might have played that game better.
Eagles grind it out against the Packers. Commanders doink their way into the next round against the Bucks. Timmy Hall in rare form today. He's decked out in his Commanders gear. He's got old school Redskins gear on. He doesn't care. He said he was at the Sam's Club getting fist bumps from people.
Yeah, I mean, it's, everybody's excited about this Commanders team, apparently. Jaden Daniels getting it done. Baker Mayfield throwing a pick late. Can't have that happen. Or not, throw a pick or fumble, I forget. I feel like
he always fumbles.
Yeah, that's right.
He leads the league.
It was a
fumbles.
fumble. It was a fumble. That's right. Yeah, that's right. It was a fumble late in that game. By the way, I'm watching it, and my wife, we're actually back to the Packers-Eagles game. I got up for a second, and as I'm coming back to sit down, she's giggling. And I said, "What are you laughing at?" And she goes, "Look at this teeny tiny kicker they have, in this football game." And I think it was the Eagles kicker. And I said, "Okay." She's like, "He's so tiny. What is he, like 5'2"? I'm like, "Honey, the guys that he's standing next to are all gigantic, right? Like they're huge men."
What's his actual measurement?
5'9". And I said, "He's taller than me and you, for what it's worth." Like these are large humans that are in this game. But I thought that's what she took away from the game was like kickers tiny. And I said, "Yeah, honey, I know." We also had a fun interaction this week where I went and got some meatballs for a little for our Ohio State party. I wanted to have some meatballs. I went over to your guys at Vincenzo's.
All good balls.
Nice spot. Good. They got great balls.
Their all-world rookie coming right in, hurts his face. Nothing he can do.
Good meatballs there.
Yeah.
Good bread there. But I bring it home. I'm eating it. I give her a bite, and she goes, "This is spicy." I said,
"What the hell are
we
doing?"
I said, "If that's spicy, you might as well just stick to vanilla and tappy." I mean, again, it was very flavorful. It's very good.
I've had their sauce over there.
It's a sauce. It's got a good flavor to it.
It's not spicy.
No.
Give her some milk of magnesia.
That was not it. I wouldn't have categorized that as a spicy meatball. That was just a good meatball, but delicious. They do a good job.
Did your parents eat it?
Yeah, they liked it.
Did they complain it was spicy?
No, they said it was good. My mom, by the way, is like the least spice-tolerant person in the world. So I think my wife may have just taken the crown. No spice for her.
If she's going to the grave, she's got one last meal. What is it going to be?
Melissa?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be like a 5-cheese ziti. But like, again, the kind that has the sauce is it's going to be a sweet sauce. It's not going to be anything. There's no like spice to that at all.
Okay.
Right? That's what she's getting 100% of the time.
All right. What about you? Last meal.
Well, I'm probably going to get like a cup and char pepperoni pizza, and then I'll probably go with some wings. Maybe even bump it up to a medium on the wings. Like a full medium.
I'm dying.
Full medium. Let's go.
I'll skip the mild.
You only live once, right? Let's go.
I don't know.
Well, that's fair. We don't know.
We don't know.
We think we know, but we have no idea.
There's lots of people that think they know. I'm telling you right now, I don't know.
I don't know either.
Here's what I do know. Pumpkin Ryan Day. They have not lost since Pumpkin Ryan Day has been in a special place in Jen Winters' house.
Where is that special place?
She won't tell me.
Oh.
And I said, you better not move him
for
the national championship game. Don't take pictures with Pumpkin Ryan Day. No photo shoots for Pumpkin Ryan Day. He stays in his place until after the game is over.
What does Pumpkin Ryan Day think about the new developments?
I don't know. No, we can't talk to him.
Oh, we can't talk to him.
We cannot talk to him.
All right.
Once the season is over, we can bring him in the studio. We can make the rounds. We can have all the interviews with Pumpkin Ryan Day.
Okay. I'm excited for that interview. I hope that we have a fun interview with him after the season.
Yeah, me too. Oh, shut up.
Where is he?
Shut up.
What's going on?
Yikes is next. 2 minutes from now. Don't go anywhere. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to run into a slowdown due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of northbound 71 on the north side at 11th Avenue. And we've got another delay due to a crash that's blocking the right lane on southbound 270 on the east outer belt at Livingston Avenue. This report is sponsored by AEP Ohio. Falling behind on your electric bill? AEP Ohio can help with payment assistance programs. Take their quick 2-minute survey to find your options. Visit aepohio.com/billhelp today to get started. That's aepohio.com/billhelp. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Hey friends, Beamer here. I want to tell you about my new obsession. It's the Daisy French onion dip. One of my guilty pleasures, I'm sure you have it too, during the football season, is eating dips. Sometimes with chips, wings, veggies, whatever you want to dip in there. And now Daisy, they've come out with a Daisy French onion dip and a Daisy Ranch dip. And these are a total game changer. They're just as good as homemade dips, if not even better. They've got real herbs and spices and ingredients you'd even find in your own kitchen. I invite you to try the Daisy French onion dip. I'm a big French onion guy. That's my favorite. You can look for Daisy French onion dip at a grocery store near you.
If your garage door doesn't have windows, but you can still see through it, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors. Straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
85% of people will experience foot pain in their lifetime. Long-term remedies are scarce. Good Feet Art Supports from the Good Feet Store can help. They are designed to relieve common foot conditions like plantar fasciitis, and they also improve balance and comfort. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Mix and match 10 or more participating items for $1 each with your card. Choose from Kroger brand pasta, Starkist tuna pouches, Powerade, and more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Highly medicated, barely educated. This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Yikes Monday. By the way, 1 week from today.
Oh, yeah.
National championship game. Here's our schedule. They're giving us the shaft, actually.
Oh, I don't know if we can even bear the workload that they're giving us on that game day. That's going to be busy.
Well, because obviously, from 3 to 6, we have live pregame on, so we're not going to be on. But I thought we'd be doing noon to 2 like we did last Friday. However, on Mondays, the Jake Diebler show airs at noon.
Well, you heard it earlier today.
That's right. And, that's our show. We can't move the show. So next Monday, it's just 1 to 2. Just a 1 hour extravaganza of you and me.
I don't know how are we going to get a guest?
Maybe 3.
Okay, let's get Tyvis for a segment.
I'm still waiting on John Bon Jovi, Teddy. I mean, I said, if the Buckeyes play Notre Dame in the national championship, I want the Jove. Are you efforting the Jove?
We got calls in, yeah.
Efforting the Jove.
Efforting the Jove.
Yeah.
Sounds dirty.
Time for Yikes. Jaden Daniels and the Commanders beat the Bucs last night. In the victory, the Commanders didn't turn the ball over and didn't punt for the entire game. Prior to this season, no rookie quarterback had ever accomplished that feat. But this year, Jaden Daniels has done it 3 times. Yikes. There have only been 42 such games in NFL history. And it's becoming more common. Daniels did it 3 times. Jared Goff and the Lions did it 3 times this season. Joe Burrow and the Bengals did it once. So did Tua and the Dolphins. Yikes. Of course, the Commanders and Lions will meet this weekend. You should probably take the over. The last time I said that, the under hit with the Vikings and Lions. So don't listen to anything I say. Yikes.
CBS showed a graphic during the Broncos playoff game against the Bills that Sean Payton is 0-8 when trailing at halftime during the postseason, which would be a big yikes. Except that, as Awful Announcing pointed out, that's not true, because there are actually 5 games that they found where it was in the playoffs and Sean Payton's team was trailing and then came back to win, including Super Bowl 44, rather. That would be the one where they were trailing against the Colts 10-6 at halftime. Saints ended up winning that 31-17. So I'm not sure what the miscommunication was there with the graphics department and the stats people, but CBS, get that fixed. Yikes.
The Pittsburgh women's basketball team, they pulled off quite a yikes moment for us yesterday in their game against SMU. Now, they were trailing by 32 points at one point in the game and were down 49-18 at the half. Yikes. However, they outscored SMU 28-0 in the third quarter. Yikes. Yeah, they had 0 points as SMU did in that third period. Now, they erased all of that deficit, and they end up pulling away for a 13-point victory. Yikes.
A 55-year-old Texas man was arrested on a felony stalking charge in Indianapolis yesterday after he allegedly sent threats and sexually violent messages to Caitlin Clark via social media. Yikes. Michael Lewis of Denton, Texas, was charged with a level 5 felony after he was arrested at a hotel in Indianapolis. Here's some text or messages that he sent. Been driving around your house 3 times a day, but don't call the law yet. I'm getting tickets. I'm sitting behind the bench. Yeah. Other messages were sexually violent. UConn's Paige Beckers had someone convicted of stalking her. He received a whole 3 years probation. The problem is the punishments are not harsh enough to deter people from doing these things. Saying things in messages, that's bad. But when you travel and take your stalking to the next level, this guy traveled from Texas to Indy and said, I'm coming for you. How do you not get prison time for this? Yikes.
Makes no sense to me. How much is it going to cost you to get a suite at the national championship game? Well, get ready to sell a kidney or maybe both of your kidneys and just, that's it. Either way, if you'd like to get a suite in the Gallagher level there at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the 200 level, that runs $250,000. Yikes. Now, you do get 26 tickets to the game plus 2 parking passes. Hope you bring a van, I guess, for your
What's
guests.
the level?
It's called the 200 level. It's up higher. The 100 level will be like the field level. 200 levels the next level up. $250,000. You also get the option to add on food and beverage, which are not included for $250,000. But if you want the best seats, the global payment suites, that's the 100 level. Those will cost you $265,000. Again, no food and beverage included in that either. And yes, if you're wondering, both of those suite levels do have sponsorship names attached to them. So they are printing money out of this game. Yikes.
Eagles wide receiver A.J. Brown, has an interesting thing that he does on the sideline during the games. The cameras caught him reading a book on the sidelines. Yikes. I guess that's what you do when you've only been targeted 3 times and have 1 catch for just 10 yards. Yikes. Now, the book, by the way, it's called Inner Excellence, and it's a motivational self-help book. And it's now an Amazon #1 bestseller thanks to A.J. Brown.
Of course it is.
Thanks. Yes. Yikes.
Apparently, I saw that he had showed reporters the book that he had, the copy he has, because some people were saying, like, is this just a gimmick? What is this thing? They showed, like, he has this book. It's highlighted. It's underlined.
He said he was reading his favorite
passages. He takes it with him all the time. He said they said it was all beat up, like he'd been carrying it around with him. So there you go. Let him live.
Robbie Williams is a big music star in the UK. Elsewhere, not so much. So it was a bit puzzling when it was announced that a major studio was shelling out $110 million to make a biopic of his life. Yikes. Even more surprising, he is played by a CGI monkey.
Yes.
Yikes.
I've seen clips of this. It's so bizarre.
It's a story about his life, except he's a monkey, but it's never mentioned by anyone else in the movie that he is a monkey. It amazes me when top producers and directors have a hard time getting funding for movies they want to make, and then the Robbie Williams is a monkey biography gets a $110 million budget. Yikes. In case you're wondering how much it made during its opening weekend here in the U.S., again, I told you, $110 million to make this movie.
Yeah.
Box office this weekend, it made $1 million. One of the biggest flops ever. Yikes.
I mean, I hope, I don't care, I guess, but I hope in London it did better.
It disappointed there, too. It made $16 million its opening weekend.
Oh, no.
There's no way it makes even half of the budget back. Again, it's Robbie Williams as a monkey, a CGI monkey.
Do we ever wonder if just money laundering, is this how it works? Where it's like, oh, yeah, we're making a movie about Robbie Williams for $100 million.
That's odd. But he's going to be a monkey.
It's going to lose money. Oh, well, hey, what are you going to do? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, I guess. Okay. Easton is charging for parking. The Easton Town Center has announced that 7 surface parking lots will require payment starting, yesterday, Sunday, according to the Outdoor Malls management. The Barnes & Noble lot, Crate & Barrel, Southwest lot, their covered parking garage, rather, the Lifetime Fitness lot, the Piata and Fido lot, the Apple lot, and 2 small lots on the mall's west side, all will require payment through Park Mobile. According to an Easton spokesperson, they said this will allow for more frequent car turnover and availability in our key parking areas, making it easier for Easton guests to find convenient parking during peak hours. Yeah, that's it. Or it also allows you to make lots more money, which is the real reason. Don't lie to us and say you care about car turnover. I'm sure that's a nice little benefit that there will be more parking happening. It's also going to make you money. Just say that. Yikes.
What are they charging?
I didn't see, but I mean, if you figure hundreds of people every day using these lots, if not thousands, And it times 365 days a year. I mean, there's no way this is making them tens of thousands of dollars. Just say that's what it's about. You're making money.
I thought the Reds games this year, they were going to be free of Bally's and were going to be streamed on the MLB site or available on local affiliates this season.
Aren't they?
But yikes, they will not be. Bally's, which is now FanDuel Sports Network, they signed a deal with the Reds to air the games, so nothing has really changed from previous seasons. Yikes.
First of all, it's a new company now. It's Main Street Sports. Okay?
Oh, that's right. Totally different.
It's not Diamond. It's not Diamond. It's not Sinclair. It's not any of that. It's Main Street Sports. And
totally different color, too.
They went out and they hired, what does that mean?
Because it was red. Like Bally's Sports was red. Now it's all blue. Yeah. So it doesn't even look the same. I mean, it's blue. It's not red, Mike. It's blue. It's different.
They went out and they hired that Norby Williamson guy.
Oh, from ESPN.
Oh, gosh.
Remember the guy that McAfee crusaded against?
Norby.
Isn't that his name?
No, you're right.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah, Norby
Williamson. It is Norby,
yes.
yeah.
And then, so he's running the show now.
Oh, good. I'm
anyway,
sure it'll all
that's
be
not
fine.
relevant in any way.
I just like that his name is Norby. I agree with you. Good name.
Norbit.
Eddie Murphy.
That's right.
Bad movie.
That's right.
I really have to urinate. I have some important injury news for you about Notre Dame and the Buckeyes coming up next after Mikey Go Pee-Pee. You want me to take a little microphone in there and just record?
Please do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't dare me. I'll do it. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Traffic is stop and go and causing a 5-minute delay on westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and Neal Avenue. And we also have some stop and go traffic on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 East and West split. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lesset. The Ohio Laborers Union. They're more than just hard hats and tools. They're the backbone of Ohio's infrastructure, constructing vital projects that shape your communities. From iconic bridges spanning rivers to underground tunnels, they build connections that stand the test of time. Build Ohio right, build it Union. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Common Man here for Universal Windows Direct. In 2025, let's start fresh by making your home more comfortable, energy efficient, and draft free. If you've been feeling the chill in your home or seeing those energy bills climb higher than they should, it's probably your crappy windows. Universal Windows Direct will take care of it. And right now, you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free. That's right. For every 2 windows you buy, you get 2 more absolutely free with no limit. And 36 months of no interest financing. That's 3 years, baby. Call them today, 614-502-5220. UniversalWindowsDirect.com.
This just in, Planet Fitness has added new strength equipment. Save $28 or more when you join today, and you can be one of the first to try it out. We're raising the bar with new benches, and our new hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all of the best-in-class equipment we've always had. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime.
Deal extended till January 17th.
See Home Club for details.
To understand what makes Diamonds Direct so different than other jewelry stores, you have to go back 60 years, when a diamond cutter became well known for his exceptional craftsmanship. His diamond cutting business flourished for decades. Then his sons got involved and started selling these exceptional diamonds to upscale jewelry stores here in America. After a few years, these wholesalers decided to change the game and started selling these precious diamonds direct to the public at the same prices they had sold to the jewelry stores. The no middleman concept became an instant success, and Diamonds Direct was born. Today, Diamonds Direct provides that extraordinary value to people all over America, leading the industry with the highest quality diamonds that still come straight from the best cutters, offered at the guaranteed best prices, period. Diamonds Direct, a truly revolutionary concept with a unique history, rooted in quality, committed to excellence, and always focused on value. Proud to call Buckeye City home. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Sarah, Happy New Year. You look amazing. How are things with you and Mark?
Lisa, I can't thank you enough for telling me about Columbus Men's Clinic. We've totally rediscovered each other. He's working out, and we're doing more as a family than laying around watching TV.
I told you, they're incredible. My husband and I had the same experience. It's like having that spark all over again, isn't it?
Exactly. It's more than the physical. It's the connection, the energy. It's the best gift we could have given ourselves.
This new year, make the resolution that changes it all. Columbus Men's Clinic brings you proven options for ED, low testosterone, and enhancement. Reignite your drive, rebuild your confidence, and show up in the moments that matter most.
Here's to more love and more joy in the year ahead.
Cheers to that.
Book your appointment today at columbusmensclinic.com or dial 614-300-7400. That's columbusmensclinic.com or dial 614-300-7400. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
The Fan app is about to become your new best friend. Your one-stop shop for all your favorite fan shows. ESPN Columbus and BetQL. Live or on demand, listen on your schedule. Download the 97.1 The Fan app today. It's free. Do it.
How'd you like to wipe out all that credit card debt to start the new year off right? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Stop getting fleeced by the credit card companies. If you own your home, go to AFLcash.com now. Advantage First Lending can help you unlock that equity and get you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's AFLcash.com. You can pay off all your credit cards and other high-interest debt super fast. Consolidate all your bills into one low monthly payment. AFLcash.com can help you tap into your home's equity to give you some serious cash so you can go into 2025 with less stress and more confidence. Get the cash you need from Advantage First Lending now. Most homeowners don't even need an appraisal. How great is that? Get on solid financial footing. Go to AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. 844-394-CASH.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. The kings of local social media.
Twitters and twatters.
This is Common Man and T-Bone.
Happy Monday. So glad you've tuned in. 3 hours a day, every single day. Tell a friend. Tell them how stupid we are. Some injury news for the national championship extravaganza coming up between Notre Dame and Ohio State. Notre Dame starting left tackle Anthony Knapp will be out of the title game with a high ankle sprain.
Oh, yeah, that's a big loss for them.
Their right guard, Rocco Spindler, is also questionable. So,
boy, offensive line injuries ahead of a big game, that doesn't sound good. If Ohio State hadn't already dealt with that, I'd probably have some more sympathy for them, but that's the way it rolls in college football these days.
Denzel Burke did not play in the second half of the Cotton Bowl. Ryan Day said it was an upper extremity issue.
Okay,
His words.
Well, extremity is your upper or lower extremities, your arms and legs, right?
Upper extremity issue. Now, it looked like on that play that Arch Manning came in, was that a fourth down or a third? I forget what it was. He ran for a first down. It looked like he landed awkwardly on his shoulder in that play. He did not play in the second half. However, Ryan Day was quick to say he will be available for the national championship game. So I guess whatever it was, they felt like, or they knew it wasn't serious. So,
yeah. Well, there you go.
I mean, they've already amputated his shoulder.
Well, if there's no more
Nick
extremity, if they took your extremity off, then there's no extremity issue. By the way, I get credit for being right on that, right? I said Arch Manning would play in this game. I was right. He did. Played in this game.
That's not exactly what you meant.
No, that's what I said. Doesn't matter what I meant. What I said. What I said was he's going to play. I got told on this. No, he'll never get in the game. Yeah, well, he did. Yeah, that's right.
What do you want? You want something for that?
Yes, money. I want to pretend like we had a wager on it, and I won.
Buckeye hoops with a big week at Wisconsin tomorrow. Home game against Indiana on Friday. Both these teams are good, and if you want any hope of being a tournament team, you have to win at least one of these games.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, it's more about you have to change the way it's gone around here the last few years. I know it's not everybody on the team's fault how it's gone the last few years because not all of them were here, but yeah, you need to start. We need to stop having Januaries where it's an automatic, we're going to lose 80% plus of the games in January. Could we not do that this year? I'd like to see something change.
Coaching things in the NFL. So the Patriots are hiring Mike Vrabel. That's done. The Cowboys have officially moved on from Mike McCarthy. His contract expires. Jerry Jones released a statement, says they never got close, really, on any sort of new contract.
Can we talk about how weird that is, by the way?
It's all weird.
Well, what I mean is, if you're Jerry Jones and you think Mike McCarthy is the answer, then how did you not get close on a contract? And if you didn't think he was the answer, why did you send him a contract proposal in the first place? He's a free agent. He could have walked. Tonight is the end of his deal, right? So he just walks away tonight and is a free agent, could go anywhere he wants. I don't understand the idea that, like, we didn't get close on a contract. Supposedly, Jerry Jones gave Mike McCarthy a kind of lowball, take it or leave it offer, and Mike McCarthy said, no, thanks, I think I can do better, and he may be right, but Jerry Jones, don't you know what you want for this organization? Don't you have any clue what you want? The answer apparently is no, because in my mind, you either think Mike McCarthy's a good coach, and I don't think that's the case, but some people seem around the NFL to be interested in hiring him. Let them live. Jerry Jones has had five years with this guy, Teddy. I mean, it's not been like he just got here and he's like, I don't know what to do. You had 5 years with this guy. It hasn't worked out. How in the world are you offering him a contract if you think, we could just take or leave him? Then don't offer him a contract and go get a better coach.
Teddy, you're a Cowboy fan. What do you think of the move? And who do you want to see coach that team?
Well, Bone hit a lot of this on the head there. Though, if they're going to make a move, why couldn't they just done it at the end of the season? It sounds like, Jerry was like, well, I kind of want him back, but I want him back at my price. And McCarthy was like, well, if I want to stick around here for a couple more years, you're going to have to pay me to do it because I can't put up with this nonsense any longer. And that's all it is right there. And what is next for them? I think it's a good thing that they're moving on. You get a fresh start, somebody else that's in there. But who are they going to bring in that's going to get along with Jerry Jones and it's going to work out? I've seen names like Kellen Moore, who I don't know what that does other than that he used to work there for the Cowboys.
Does Jerry Jones just look through the HR records and say, did this guy ever work for me? Oh, well, what's he doing now? Can we call him back up and see if he wants to come here?
That guy that coaches in Colorado, he played for the Cowboys.
Of course.
Dion, I've heard his name out there. I mean, it's like, what are we doing here now? It's probably going to be just something that doesn't work out, and until he changes the way he does his business there, and it's just not good.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not in any way defending like Mike McCarthy and saying he should have gotten a better offer from Jerry Jones. Far from it. But what is it that Jerry Jones actually wants? Make up your mind. Either you think this guy's good and then you go out and give him an offer to retain him, or you don't think he's any good and you say, I'm not even sending you a contract offer. I don't care. Go work somewhere else. You're not going to work here anymore. Instead, he's got this passive aggressive, I sent him an offer. Guess he doesn't want to be here. Guess he's not a Cowboy. How is this what the Cowboys have become?
Didn't fire him either. His contract just ran out.
Didn't fire him. Yeah. We're not firing anybody. Why? Like, I don't get it. For a guy who claims to be the big decision maker, and I've got it all sorted out. I know what I want. I've got this plan.
Well, that's why
what is the effing plan?
We were talking about this last week, where it was odd that the Bears said, "Can we interview Mike McCarthy?" And the Cowboys said, "No."
Right.
Request denied. It's like, well. Why? Is he coming back? Do you care? What's the difference?
I'm telling you, this is, again, we know that Jerry Jones hasn't had a plan for 30 years. Everything that they won was basically when Jimmy was there and he helped build those teams. But Jerry Jones likes to tell everyone who will listen that he knows what he's doing. Just look at what has actually happened under his watch. The plan this past year, the free agents, or not free agency, like re-signing your guys. You have some of your best players that you couldn't decide whether or not you're going to give them contracts. What is the actual plan there in Dallas? And the answer is the old man doesn't know. And apparently if anybody else does, he won't listen to him. He just does whatever he wants.
Everybody said, hey, go get Derrick Henry too. And Derrick Henry wanted to go there because he's from that area.
Yeah.
But they didn't make him an offer. Yeah. Why would we want to do that?
No, instead
he didn't work out, did he?
He's washed up. Let's bring Zeke back.
Right. Yeah, and you can see which one of those guys is actually having like a ridiculous run now and looking like as good as Derrick Henry's ever looked, right? He's still looking that way for the Ravens, and we know that Zeke is already he was on a playoff team up until yesterday when the Chargers got bounced, right? So he was there for all of one game.
Another team without a plan. My Chicago Bears, apparently their plan is to interview Marcus Freeman for their head coaching job.
Okay.
So
I mean, sure, he got Notre Dame to the national championship game.
Why wouldn't you? You're going to kick the tires. I would kick the tires on both these guys, whether they want to come or not. I mean, I'm calling Marcus Freeman. I'm calling Ryan Day. Once upon a time, their dream scenario was hiring Pat Fitzgerald. No, I don't think that's happening now unless
he's available.
He is available.
You know what, though? Can I just Marcus Freeman may be the best coach the Bears have had in a long time. That could be the case. Does it not feel a little bit like the Bears just looking around and going, oh, he's in the national championship game and he's like a couple hours away from where we're located physically? Let's let our fan base know there's probably a decent number of people who like Notre Dame or at least aware of Notre Dame and how good they've been this year. Doesn't it feel a little bit like, that guy you've heard of and is doing well? We're looking at him. It feels more like that's the motive here, not let's find the best coach who actually may want to do this job. Let's instead just do PR to make everyone think we're going through a real thorough search. I hope if they're mentioning his name, I hope he is actually getting a legitimate shot and it's not just lip service.
That's not to say that he's interested in the job.
Well, fair enough.
But if I'm the Chicago Bears, I am calling all of these people.
By the way,
engaging their interest.
If you would leave a college job to go work for many NFL organizations, but the Chicago Bears specifically, you need to have your head examined. That is absolutely mind-bogglingly stupid. You can, if you do like Marcus Freeman does at Notre Dame, you can coach there for 10, 15 plus years and make as much or more money than you'll make in the NFL. Or you can go to Chicago, and if everyone who's around that organization doesn't help you get what you need, you will get blamed for everything, even though it's probably not your fault, and then they will kick you out in 2 or 3 years. And then now you've lost your college job where you're actually doing good things. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Fat Boy Food Tip! Coming up next, Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should be aware of an accident that's on southbound 71's off-ramp to westbound 670, and that's on the north side. It is blocking the right lane there. And we've got a 5-minute delay on northbound 315 between Manning Parkway and Powell Road. This report is sponsored by KFC. KFC bowls are back for just $5. Try 5 deliciously different bowls like the new Nashville Hot Loaded Fry Bowl, or returning fan favorites like the Mac and Cheese Bowl or Nashville Hot Famous Bowl. Packed with all your favorite flavors. They've got your cravings covered. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
The Meijer 7 for $7 sale is back for a limited time. Pay $1 each when you mix or match any 7 or more on participating items, like bags of avocado minis, 1.25 liters of Coca-Cola products, plus deposit where applicable, Dannon or Chobani Greek yogurt, Kraft mac and cheese, and Meijer brand frozen vegetables. Save a good deal more with the Meijer 7 for $7 sale. That's the good life. Exclusions apply. See the Meijer app for details.
For 100 years, our passion at Atlas Butler has been helping people. From those who have relied on us for years to those who call us for the first time. For our team, their families, and our community, Atlas Butler is here to keep Central Ohio safe and comfortable with trusted, convenient service. Call today, get it fixed today. That's our pledge to you.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
The New Year celebration is come and gone, but my friends at Germain Honda of Dublin are still offering those great deals. Rich is sticking with rates starting as low as 0% and leases starting from only $249 a month. Test drive the Prologue, the new all-electric SUV from Honda. And how about the very popular CR-V LX all-wheel drive? A 25 lease is only $349 a month for 36 months with $19.99 down. See the dealer for all these amazing details. Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270.
Life. It's full of strange twists and unexpected surprises. But at AAA, it's always been our policy to look on the plus side. And our AAA Plus members tend to take the same view. Take Martin, for example. Last Monday, his morning coffee surprised him with an extra 10 degrees of Fahrenheit. Ouch! It was just the jolt of energy he needed to start the day. Later, when his shirt was targeted by the mustard on his burger, he became a proud trendsetter.
Martin, looking good.
And when he walked face first into a sparkling glass door, he was happy to provide some much-needed entertainment for his coworkers.
I'm okay.
And of course, when his car battery took early retirement, Martin felt no resentment. He knew there was a plus side. AAA's expert roadside assistance was only a call away.
Hello, AAA. Are you in a safe location?
While we can't all be like Martin, we can become a AAA Plus member and experience the peace of mind that comes with living on the plus side. Towing is subject to a 7-day waiting period. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey guys, Anthony Rothman here for Low T Center. Keep that promise of getting your testosterone levels checked. If you lack energy, muscle mass, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy may be your answer. But all guys have different T levels, so don't settle for a standard dosage plan. Get a personalized treatment plan at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Book your appointment at lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
I'm Leslie from Pella Columbus.
And I'm Wilson from that other window place.
When you bring Pella Columbus to your home, you get local, personal attention from an award-winning window and door crew.
Yep. Our crew is full of award winners, too.
Well, that's great, Wilson.
Yeah. Jerry alone has won the hot dog eating competition 2 years straight at the company picnic.
Well, that's not really the type of award I was talking about.
Still counts as an award.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rate the leading and most trusted at PellaColumbus.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Buddy Wells. 15 games are in the books, and now it all comes down to this one. Next Monday night in Atlanta, it's Notre Dame against Ohio State with the national championship on the line. The Fighting Irish seek their 12th title in school history and first since 1988. The Buckeyes, meanwhile, aim for their 9th in school history and first since 2014. They'll kick off at 7:30 next Monday night. In the wild card round of the NFL playoffs, we got 5 games down and 1 more to go. Tonight, the Vikings take on the Rams in Glendale, Arizona. Kickoff is at 8. You can listen to that game right here on The Fan starting at 8 after the Buckeye show. The winner moves on to face the Eagles in Philadelphia this coming Sunday. Men's college basketball, Ohio State will head to Madison tomorrow night for a date with the Wisconsin Badgers. Tip-off is at 9. Our fan coverage gets started at 8 o'clock tomorrow night with Timmy Hall in the warm-up show. And in hockey, the Jackets are back on home ice tomorrow night as they host the Flyers. Face-off is at 7. Breaking sports news. What happens on The Fan? Ohio's sports destination.
Are you fired up? Is it Monday? It must be Reaction Monday.
Sponsored by the Roofing Guys.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination. Some fans drink the Kool-Aid. These guys drink the bleach. This is Man and Bone.
Happy Monday. So glad you've tuned in. Hi, we're here every single day, 3 to 6.
Thanks for breaking that news.
Unless we're not. Well, we have new listeners all the time.
You're right.
So if you're not familiar with the show, I'm Common Man.
Yes.
You talk now.
I'm T-Bone.
There you go. Teddy, introduce yourself to all the new people.
Too hot.
Thank you.
That's Teddy. He's from Panama.
Not really.
What do you have to ruin the gimmick for, Teddy? He's a bit over?
Yeah. That's right, Ted.
The bit's never over.
It's never over.
You did have us believing that you were from Panama for at least a certain amount of time.
No, I just lived there for a little bit.
Not from, yeah.
I'm from Dallas, or Texas area. And then I went to Panama for a summer, and then that's where I got the nickname.
That's right.
Right. So if you're wondering what type of show this is, a lot of nonsense. A lot of gobbledygook, a lot of offensive imagery and noises and all of it.
Sorry.
And occasionally some hot takes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm sorry that I've been distracted because I have been sent something that if this thing is true, it will change our snacking that we like the way we eat snacks will be changed forever if I can verify this thing for Fat Boy Food Tip.
Is it a tip?
I think it could be.
Are you ready?
I'm going to give it my best shot here.
Common Man and T-Bone have very little value unless they're telling you about all the crap they can shove in your mouth so you can die quicker. It's time for Fat Boy Food Tip. Wait, how do you want me to say it? Tip. This is dumb. I quit.
All right, Bone, what do you got?
So we love Little Debbie's on this show. Mike, you're a fan. I'm a fan. there are lots of different Little Debbies, right? There are like the oatmeal cream pies, the zebra cakes,
cosmic brownies.
Sure. You've got one of my favorites is the Nutty Buddy.
I call them Nutty Bars. But
Nutty Bar, Nutty
yes,
Buddy.
Nutty Buddy.
There's different, right. It's the same thing. Here's what I cannot verify is true, but the Snackolator Instagram has been posting about this. Other people are picking it up, but I can't find anything from the Little Debbie people confirming it officially.
Snackolator is pretty on point.
I hope this is, man, because I'm telling you right now, if this is true. Have you seen that they've done this with where they take like the zebra cake frosting, but they'll put it on like the shape of, say, the cosmic brownie, or they'll mix and mash the flavor with a different thing. So you get a zebra cake brownie or something like that. The latest one of these Frankenstein creations supposedly is the soft-baked Nutty Buddy cream pie.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Let me tell you right now, if this is real and they have this, what I am seeing is a picture of the big pack of Little Debbie's. So it's not just that it would be like the regular oatmeal cream. That's an oatmeal cream pie, but instead of the oatmeal cream flavor, it's all the Nutty Buddy flavoring. It's chocolate covered. There's peanut butter inside. There's wafers layered. It's all that in the shape of an oatmeal cream pie. Okay? They are also showing this in the big pack size, which means it's not just like a little handheld one. This is the big boy thick one that you want. So if this is real, they're saying this is speculated to be heading to store shelves in February. And let me tell you right now, if that is the case, February will be a great month for us because that will be the Valentine's Day gift that we'll keep on giving. That is awesome if that's real. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. I have another Fat Boy Food tip for you, Mike.
It's better than the one I have.
Well, what do you have? Go ahead.
Just that Jenny's ice cream is coming out with a spinach-flavored ice cream.
Oh, why?
Well, it's actually called Green Smoothie, okay?
Oh, all right.
So it has milk, cream, fruit purees, cane sugar, and spinach.
Yeah, I've seen the people who've done the green smoothies. I've never had one myself. People say they're not bad. But again, you're going to get ice cream.
Well,
why not
Jenny's does the weird flavors.
I know.
They've done. This is going to be fruit forward because it's going to have mango, banana, pineapple, orange flavor as well. But they're using spinach in this.
Okay.
Their press release says this is the ice cream you wish your smoothie was.
No. Again, I understand the desire to make even the snack foods healthy if you're really trying to be healthy. But at some point, it's like they're not cutting back on the cream, are they? That's the part it's not so much the flavoring of ice cream that's unhealthy. It's that thick cream they're using to make it. That usually tends to be where people get tripped up a little bit.
During the most recent holiday season, special flavors at Jenny's included bay leaf cheesecake.
Okay.
Which the company described as
gross.
Subtly herbaceous.
I'm just kidding.
Subtly herbaceous.
All right. I'm sure it was delicious. Jenny's does have really good ice creams. We were there over the holidays, and I think I had like a lemon something or other. It was really good. I like Jenny's.
Yeah, it's fine.
I also found something, Mike, at the grocery store that I feel is a game changer. Maybe not everybody has this affinity, but if you've ever gone to Kroger and gotten their garlic bread at the bakery, you have to go to the bakery section. They have them in kind of like these foil bags, and it's like a big, loaf of Italian bread. It's sliced lengthwise, and in the middle of it, they have put this garlic spread. It's buttery, it's garlicky, it's salty, it's got some herbs, and it's very good, right? Well, you take that home, you throw that whole bag. It's even on the back of the bag. It has instructions. Put the whole bag in the oven, turn it to whatever temperature, let it sit there for 15, 20 minutes, and you get this nice, warm garlic bread that is delicious. I have been eating this stuff since I was a kid. My mom and dad would sometimes bring one of these home from the store, and we would have it with like pasta. It was great. Well, I was at Kroger the other day, and I wanted to make garlic bread, and I just happened to be walking in the bakery aisle. They didn't have the garlic bread out there, but what they had was bakery fresh garlic spread, which to my eye and from what I can tell is the spread they have to use to make this garlic bread in their stores. Let me tell you right now, I bought this thing on site, took it home, had some bread, slathered it on there, put it in the oven like I would the regular garlic bread I get from Kroger. If anything, it was better because I picked out the bread specifically I wanted to use for it. If you like that Kroger garlic bread, and if you know, this stuff will turn anything that you've got into that Kroger garlic bread. It is so good. I'll go back home tonight. I'm going to make some more.
I do want to point out that it looks like, I'm just doing some quick research on this.
Yeah.
It looks like the Kroger garlic bread, not great for you.
No.
Just so you know.
I'm not. What is this called? Is this called healthy eating tip?
No.
It's called Fat Boy Food Tip.
That's right.
What do you want me to do?
That's right.
What's the calorie count on the serving of that, Mike? Go ahead.
It says one serving size, one piece, 100 grams. I'm guessing that's not what we're eating.
Probably not.
It's 100 grams.
I don't know.
Come on now.
But no, okay. What's it saying?
310 calories, 21 grams of fat.
I'm telling you. I didn't say it was health food, okay?
No. It's bread.
I got it. It's bread with garlicky spread on it. But I'm telling you, if you like it, it is good. I actually tweeted this out. You can find it at Degenerate T-Bone on Twitter there. And the nerd has tweeted me back and said, this stuff is my drug of choice.
The garlic bread?
Yeah. He said, can't believe you didn't know about this before now, but so happy you found it. Yes. You take any bread you like, you spread this on it, you toast it. Put a little cheese on there too.
What is it made out of?
Garlic?
Margarine?
No,
I mean the spread, because you said the spread's not refrigerated.
It says it's made of margarine. That's one. Yeah, because I thought it would be in the fridge.
Does
but
margarine not need to be refrigerated?
No. It's oil.
We go get the country crock. It's in the refrigerator.
Probably just because that's where the other butter is. They want it to be next to the butter.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah. It contains 2% or less of garlic powder, granulated onion, modified cornstarch, dextrose, maltodextrin, olive oil, parsley. I don't know. Other stuff that who cares?
Any Zangum?
Let me tell you. I don't read the ingredients on your Big Mac, do I?
No.
Just eat it. I'm telling you, this stuff is great.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. What is this called? Ingredient Food Boy Tip? No, it's Fat Boy Food Tip. Let's go.
Timmy just walked in for the first time. I've not seen you for the entire show.
What's up, guys?
Well, you're all decked out in all your Commanders gear. You got the old school racist Redskins jacket on.
Hey, who bought it?
I don't know.
Who bought
did
that
buy it for you? A good friend bought it for you.
A good friend.
That's right.
I got to tell you, they loved me at the Sam's Club yesterday.
I'm sure they did.
Just people, random people.
Coming up to you.
Coming up to me.
What were they saying?
Some I don't know if they
Let's
were
go Commanders.
as excited about the team as they were the jacket.
What are they saying?
Like that jacket.
Yes.
Jaden Daniels, that guy, what a gamer. Is that what they were saying to you?
Some.
Okay, good.
But also some just happy about the jacket.
Wow. Timmy, have you had the garlic bread from Kroger? / as Bodie Wells like to say, Kroger's. Have you ever had like their bakery fresh garlic bread?
You know, I just popped into my local Kroger's for the first time in a while.
Yep.
I'm typically on Team Myers. So, and I've had
I like you're adding yes to all of them.
Myers makes an everything Italian bread.
That's fine.
It's really, really good. And we throw a little bit of olive oil and butter on that as well, crisp it up in the oven for a little bit. And all the seasonings, the everything seasonings are good. I've not had what you're talking about at Kroger's.
It comes with a spread already in it. Just pop the bag in and it comes out, you toast it. They make the spread separately. So you could get your Meyer bread, slice it lengthwise, put this slather of margarine and
I'll tell you,
garlicky
it's just
goodness.
buttery, garlicky goodness.
You know I'm all about a frivolous conversation, but unfortunately we do have to take a break.
I'm sorry.
Okay, then we can talk about...
He started it.
I know that. We can talk more about slathering and all that.
If you guys are going to do random Christmas vacation quotes in January, that can go to 13 minutes. But if I have to just say the butter's good... No, now we got to stop. I got it. It's fine.
We'll come back to it, Bone.
It's fine.
Because that's what people are waiting to hear. More slathering coming up next.
We're going to tap dance with Danny Kaye. That's what we're going to do.
Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're going to find that things are stop and go on northbound 315 between Manning Parkway and Powell Road. About a 5-minute delay there. And we've got a couple minutes slow down on westbound 670 between Leonard Avenue and Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lesset. Ohio Laborers would like to congratulate Member of the Week, Delbert Matthews. Laborers Local 423 Columbus. Delbert is a 25-year member working with Mr. Excavator. Build Ohio right, build it Union. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Enjoy rates as low as 9.90% APR with a Visa Platinum credit card from BMI FCU.
The perfect low-rate card for your wallet.
Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and are you ready for this? 5 weeks with Awaken 180 weight loss, and I'm already down 30 pounds. 5 more pounds just last week. I'm no mathematician. I will leave that to my wife, but 30 pounds, 5 weeks, isn't that an average of just about 6 pounds a week? So far, I'd say Awaken 180 was everything it was cracked up to be and more. The guys talked about coaching, and my Awaken 180 coach, Natalie, she's the reason why this is so easy. We all know that I need to stay up for the games. I told her that, and she changed the program on me. Brandon, make sure to have this at it for an after-dinner snack. And also add an extra tablespoon of healthy fat, some delicious olive oil. So I did, and I'd say 5 more pounds down last week, and it did the trick. If I say I'm hungry at this time, she fixes it. If I have cravings at this time, she fixes it. There's no guesswork with Awaken 180. You eat, listen to your coach, go about your everyday routine, and the weight simply falls off. Sounds too good to be true, but it isn't. Do what we all did and lose your weight for the last time. Visit them online at awaken180weightloss.com. Again, that's awaken180weightloss.com.
It's been a great run. Care Heating and Cooling has achieved goals I could only imagine 30 years ago. But now it's time for the next generation to take over. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, as Care grew over the years, you had many opportunities to sell Care to one of the big conglomerates that are buying companies all over Central Ohio. So tell our customers why you decided to keep Care in the family.
After talking about Care's values for over 30 years, I couldn't bear the thought of Care becoming the kind of company I was warning our customers about. I know the two of you will continue to treat our customers as I would, with honesty and integrity.
We will, Dad. In 2024, Care was awarded a BBB Torch Award for Ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year. You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. In procrastination, it's the thief of time. Do you really want to head into the new year with the same old joint pain, the stuff that's been bothering you all the way through this last year and probably many prior years? Make the decision now to say no. I'm going to get it fixed, and I'm going to get moving again in 2025 with the help from my friends at QC Kinetics. See, they're the leaders in regenerative medicine and joint preservation. They're located right here in Columbus, Ohio, under the leadership of Dr. Ray Tesner, the founder of Grant Sports Medicine and a classically trained orthopedic surgeon. He's going to help you revitalize your joints with advanced orthobiologic treatments at QC Kinetics, things like PRP, so you don't have to have surgery. There's no drugs. There's no downtime. It's the future of medicine. Tens of thousands of people already know about it, so don't wait any longer. Go give them a call at 380-208-4544 for your free consultation. That's 380-208-4544. They have offices in Dublin and Gahanna, so they're conveniently located all through Central Ohio.
Rise and shine, jabronis.
What a show this morning.
There's only one place where Buckeye legends lay the smackdown. Morning Juice with Bobby and Beamer.
Weekday mornings starting at 6.
Give me a juice box, Biatch.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Feeling the aches and pains of everyday life slowing you down? Introducing Blue Emu, America's #1 emu oil formula for pain relief. In a recent clinical trial, 91% of users saw improvement after using Blue Emu. Whether you're working hard, playing harder, or just staying active, Blue Emu penetrates deep to relieve joint and muscle pain fast. And best of all, you won't stink. Join the 91% who felt the difference. Find Blue Emu at your local retailer or online. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink.
Have you ever thought about having a podiatric physician examine your feet? Doctors of Podiatric Medicine set broken bones, perform wound care, and remove bunions. Common health issues that they treat include ingrown or fungal nails, corns, warts, and skin problems like athlete's foot. Foot exams are easy and can prevent many foot problems. If you can't walk, work, or enjoy sports activities without pain, what are you waiting for? To find a podiatric physician who is a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association, visit associationsadvanceohio.com.
If better health, more energy, and detoxing your body are some of your priorities this year, get Active Liver today. You can find Active Liver at your local CVS or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Snow moving in on this Friday evening, expecting around 2 inches during the course of the night. Temperatures holding in the mid to upper 20s. We'll keep a couple snow showers into your Saturday morning. Temperatures starting off around 20 degrees, and it will be brisk, keeping light.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book of Common Man and T-Bone. On your phone or in person at Hollywood Casino Columbus. The Fan.
Barely famous, incredibly stupid. Back to Man and Bone.
Happy Monday. Fish has handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow.
Oh, plug away.
Morning Juice, 6:30 tomorrow morning. Anthony Schlegel will be on. Tyvis Powell will be on Rothman and Ice at 1:30. And Jackets and Flyers tomorrow night. That can't be right.
What do you mean?
Because Buckeye Hoops tomorrow night.
Buckeye basketball tomorrow
See?
night.
Fish wrong.
Fish wrong.
Wrong.
2-hour Buckeye show with me and Tyvis.
I mean, the Jackets and Flyers are
They
playing.
are
We're just
playing.
not carrying them because
Correct.
we have Buckeye Hoops against Wisconsin.
On the road at Wisconsin. I love the 9
we-
o'clock tips.
Can we audible out of that? I'd rather hear the Jackets game, honestly.
Hey.
No offense, Timmy. I'm just pointing out Jackets.
Hey, they're
playing
great
well
right now. They are.
playing
They are.
awesome.
Speaking of the Jackets, I was reading a little blurb that says that they're going to wear a special sweater for the outdoor game with the Red Wings, and they've apparently, the players have seen it, and some people in the building there have seen it, but they're being very mysterioso about it. But hopefully in the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to see it.
Yeah, the rumor is it'll be unveiled sometime in the next couple of weeks. So
anything about a theme, like color scheme?
I have not heard anything.
Nothing.
I have said since as long as they've been in existence, that if they did a scarlet and gray themed Blue Jacket sweater, it would be the best seller in the world.
Well,
they have neglected to do it because they don't want to feel like they're copying Ohio State. They stand alone. They stand by themselves. They're professional. I get it. But if you want to sell some jerseys, you're going to be playing in the shoe. That's the perfect time to do it.
I also wonder because they're playing the Red Wings in the shoe, correct?
Correct.
So if both, again, I don't think the Red Wings would be doing something like this. I don't think the Jackets would be doing something like this. But if both teams said, what we're going to do is represent the local college football teams that a lot of our fans care about, that would be a reversal of their actual primary colors. I don't think they would do something like that, right? Because they can't put Ohio State in like scarlet and gray, and then the Red Wings come in wearing their stuff. That would be confusing.
I'm sure, though, the Jackets, whenever they started, it was a non-starter to have any kind of gold in that color scheme. If blue was going to be the dominant color,
yes,
I'm sure it was on the table where we could not do any hints or touches of gold at all, which is why they went with a beautiful, natural red, white, and blue look. It's
Also,
more like a blue, red, and white because blue's the dominant.
Further complicating matters is you do have a decent number of Michigan men on the Jackets.
You sure do.
But whatever, man.
The core, man. The whole core.
That's fine with me. I don't care. Your best player, arguably, this year has been Zach Werenski.
Doesn't matter.
He's Michigan man through and through. But you know what? I don't care who he played for in college. He plays for the Blue Jackets now. That's what matters to me.
You got to get 2 points against the Flyers tomorrow night. You got a big road victory against the Blues on Saturday. Jet Greaves was very good. They recalled him, and I think they've since sent him back and Tarasov is. But they're going to be flipping, flopping until somebody establishes themselves as a true backup to Elvis.
Yeah, that's fine. I might have other thoughts on that, but you know what?
What do you mean you might have other thoughts on that?
Well, I'm saying I feel like every time Jet Greaves has a good game, then they're like, that's great. Get back to Cleveland you go. But who am I to argue with what Dean Evison is doing right now? Right? He's had some pretty great decision making with this team. He has got them playing really good hockey.
My guy.
So whatever he wants to do, I'm on board with.
It's not just the game tomorrow. You got another very winnable game and a chance to really extend this winning streak here. Don't they have the Sharks right after that?
Is that what they have?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the Thursday game.
Yeah,
so
they're bad.
You talk about a chance to get 2 more and pile up some points here.
Well, we just jinxed
Do it.
Congratulations. You just lost.
No one said anything. Look, we already know with the Flyers and Tortorella what they're always going to come in and play you tough, right? You already know that's going to be a game. So no one's saying that's easy tomorrow. But you are playing the way you're playing right now. You should be able to hang with teams like that and beat them at home, especially.
Timmy, go back and tell Fish thanks for nothing on that plug sheet.
Wait, are the Jackets home tomorrow or are they away?
They're home.
Okay.
They're home.
So it's okay. Making sure. I thought that was also on the plug sheet. I just want to make sure that was correct before I said that and was wrong.
I could have looked at the plug sheet before he gave it to you,
We've
but I
spent
didn't.
way too much time on this plug sheet.
Oh, no, we're
Instead,
plugging.
let's talk about something that happened to me yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So I'm in the Giant Eagle. By the way, Timmy, there's two different types of people. There's the people like you that put an S after everything. Kroger's, Myers, right? And there's people like me that put the word the in front of everything. The Kroger, the Meijer, the Giant Eagle. So I was at the Giant Eagle.
Went to the Sheets.
And I'm shopping with Kristen and Samantha.
That's a Z for whatever it's worth. The Sheets is a Z.
Sheets.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Shopping with Kristen and Samantha. Some dude comes up to me and says, "You're Common Man."
Well, you're very famous.
I said, yes. He said, "Well, I don't want to bother you. I just wanted to show you something."
Okay.
Well, hold on a second.
Oh, man. Pull it out. At a grocery store.
Mike Ted.
Putting the Giant in Giant Eagle, if you know what I mean.
Well, I didn't
Show
know
it to me,
I didn't
please.
know what he was going to show me, but then he starts unzipping his coat.
Oh, okay.
And I got a little
Unzipping, whoa.
I got a little nervous because I have the two girls next to me.
Oh, my God.
For some reason, if you flash me your pee-pee when I'm alone, that's okay. But the two girls are with me. I'm nervous about where this is going. So he takes his jacket off, then he proceeds to start to lift up his hoodie. And I'm thinking to myself, is this dude going to show me a scar? Going to show me a third nipple? What am I going to see?
What a bevy of possibilities.
Do I have to tell the girls to go away for what he's about to show me?
I want you to tell me if this is infected or not.
So
it's good.
So he lifts up his shirt, and he has on his rib cage,
yes,
underneath his right bosom.
Where are you going with this?
He has a Man and Bone tattoo.
God.
Well,
he has a Common Man and T-Bone.
Are you serious?
Tattoo. I am serious.
Is
Clark.
he the? It's good. It's good. Is he the first? Do you think?
I don't know if
Man
he is
and
or
Bone
not.
tatted on his skin.
That's the first one that I've seen, and so like, what do you say? I said, "Well, that's great. Thank you so much for the support."
Yeah, I am floored by that, and also very appreciative that we have people who listen to our show who enjoy it so much that they would get something representing our show tattooed on their body.
You guys have to do something back for that person.
Well, here's the thing. I do have his information.
That's
I will
a big
be
step.
I will be sending him something. But
Tyvis, what are you doing?
What is Tyvis doing?
Tyvis is rough.
Oh my God.
Tyvis, we're trying
you
to do a
doing?
radio show here. I know none of this looks like work to you.
Giving them a visual.
Tyvis, you're not even on camera right now. You're just rubbing your...
Nobody can see you. I have to talk for a couple seconds or the camera won't even flip on. What are you doing?
He's showing us his midriff, I guess.
Oh, my God.
Stop it.
Jeez.
Normally, I promote the YouTube. Don't even go to YouTube so you can watch Tyvis with his shirt off.
Or do. I mean, no judgment. Do whatever you got to do. That's great.
No, but here's the question I have.
Tyvis, more of that. Come in here and do that, Tyvis. That's awesome. Way to go.
Here's the question I have.
Yeah.
Is this person the only person that has a Man and Bone tattoo? You know, the restaurant chain that started up in Cleveland just went out of business, Melt.
Right.
They had the grilled cheese sandwiches. They had a deal where if you get a Melt tattoo, you get 20% off every single order for your entire life. Well, now that's gone out of business. It's completely and totally worthless.
That should be a better deal than that.
You're not impressed by the 20%?
20%? How about 75? It's tatted on my body.
All right.
Tattoo, but maybe that's why they went out of business, was too many people were getting just the 20% off. They couldn't survive with 50 or 75 to me.
Here's what I have to say. If you get a Common Man and T-Bone tattoo, now this person had the little Man and Bone image.
Okay.
If you've seen it on the T-shirts that we have.
It's like the man that would be on like a restroom
Right.
and just a silhouette
And
of
just
like
a silhouette of a bone. Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to be that. It can be one of our sayings. If you get like a me likey or a too hot on there.
My guys.
Right. Just something that represents the show. I think we have to have a little exclusive club just for those wackos. And I'll tell you what I think that club has to have coming up in 2 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should be aware of an accident that's on southbound 71's off-ramp to westbound 670 on the north side. It's blocking the right shoulder. And we've got some delay due to a crash on eastbound 33 at Bixby Road. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Dormar can be there today, guaranteed. Visit them at dormarhvac.com. Come cheer on the Ohio State Buckeyes men's basketball team as they take on the Indiana Hoosiers this Friday at the Shot. Fans are encouraged to wear white, and you don't want to miss trading card night with Greg Oden. Buy your tickets now at ohiostatebuckeyes.com.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
In a divorce, it's important to have a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell, a domestic litigation and family law firm. We champion your rights as an individual and your role as a parent, taking an aggressive approach in court while leveling the legal playing field in domestic matters. That's what a champion does. That's what Cordell & Cordell can do for you. Visit us at CordellCordell.com.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Columbus area attorneys. 10 West Broad Street, Suite 1550, Columbus, Ohio, 43215. CordellCordell.com.
Hi, I'm Joanna Williams, General Manager at Tansky Sawmill Toyota. Is it time for a new or used car? Visit Tansky Sawmill Toyota on the corner of Sawmill and 161, home of the Tansky Promise, where our salespeople aren't paid on commission. We have a 72-hour exchange policy, and every transaction is upfront and transparent. You can even start the process at home. Visit TanskySawmillToyota.com to start your purchase today and to see all of this month's specials. And when you think Toyota, think Tansky.
Common Man and T-Bone is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. We love what moves you. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Murdering brain cells, one show at a time. Back to Man and Bone.
I came across yesterday someone with a Man and Bone tattoo. And it's I'm very honored. Bone's very honored.
Yes, of course.
I jotted down his information. I'll be sending him some goodies. But here's what I think we have to do. We have to have some sort of incentive program. We got diehards, right? We got people who listen all the time. Then we have the people in the YouTube chat.
Okay.
Who are on a whole next level.
Yep, that's right.
Then we have the people that listen to the show twice. Every single day. They listen live on the radio, and then they go back and listen to the podcast later.
That's right. An even more select group.
And now we have people getting tattoos of the show. We need to find out a way to reward these people or lock them up in the mental institution.
Again, let me just, because we're spitballing here, can I just throw this out there that us saying we appreciate you doing that, that's not enough.
No.
To say, if someone gets a tattoo, we're not out here like, you better prove it to us. We appreciate if you listen at all, we appreciate that.
Please do not scar your body.
Right.
With the two of us.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, if you do it, though, all the appreciation in the world to you. What you're proposing now is an incentive program. It appears to get more people to do it.
No. I'm just saying, if you choose to do this, here's what I think we can do. Okay. Every T-shirt we ever make, we send to you. Free of charge.
I can already hear Scotty Vegas.
I don't care what Scotty Vegas has to say.
Scotty Vegas how are we going to keep track of that? Well, I don't know. You figure it out, promotions director. There you go.
I'll keep track. I will buy them myself. I will buy them myself, and then I'll ship them off myself.
There should be a scannable barcode that you tattoo on yourself as well.
Oh, Tim,
underneath the Man and Bone.
You just gave me I just got the quivers and the shakes because this is like future.
This is like a Minority Report stuff.
I grew up with this stuff. All the churches I went to said you're going to get the mark of the beast. No, I can't get marks of beast tattooed
let me tell you something.
On your forehead with 666. Is that what you want, Timmy?
Getting a Man and Bone tattooed on your rib cage. That's pretty much the mark of the beast, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, you're right. Hey, but you know what? At least we're not the Antichrist. We're not trying to take over the world. Well, it's true. Fair
So
enough.
every shirt that we make, you'll get one coming to you free of charge. Every event that we have. We've had these events before where you have to pay big money to get in. Right? Bourbon events, T-shirt box events, stupid things. Anyway,
right.
If you have a Man and Bone tattoo, you are instantly in every single one. Free.
Okay.
Do you disagree?
No. I think that should be good. What if like 150 people show up and they all have tattoos and they all come to our
How
event?
do we know they're not henna tattoos,
Well,
right?
then you know what? Scotty Vegas is at the door. He licks his finger and then puts and rubs it on your tattoo
Okay, but if
to
it
see
all,
if it comes
I'm
off.
saying if 150 people go and get tattooed, yes.
Well, man, somebody thinks highly of themselves. You think 150 people are going to go
Some
get
guy-
tattoos to get a free
listen.
T-shirt from us?
I never thought this was a thing until yesterday. You tell me someone stopped you at the grocery store, recognized you, and said, "Let me show you my tattoo."
This could be
What
the
are
only
odds?
lunatic on earth that would ever do something
What
like
are the
that.
odds? No. The odds are much better that there are hundreds of people with Man and Bone tattoos, and you just ran into one of them randomly. If there's only one guy in the world with a Man and Bone tattoo, and you ran into him at the grocery store, that's pretty. You should go play the lottery right now. That's pretty
All right, how about this?
unlikely.
In the event that all of our listeners run out to get Man and Bone tattoos.
Sure.
Okay?
Not all at once. These tattoo parlors cannot be overwhelmed like
Right.
this.
In the event that happens, then we'll readjust the reward program. But until we see
Oh, I
evidence
see.
of that,
Okay.
how about you get in free to any event that we have?
Fine. First 50 people with tattoos get in free.
I can't wait.
See,
I can't wait.
I'm just
till-
thinking like a lawyer. That's all.
Yeah. I can't wait till when I finally break down and get a tattoo. The parlor's going to have a lot of different images of Man and Bone tattoos in the booklet.
They'll have a flash, a Man and Bone flash
I'll be
page.
looking for ideas of what to get. And they're like, well, there's like 75 different styles of Man and Bone tats.
And it's like, okay, these are all like eggplants and pee-pee, and then, oh, look, there's more of those. Okay. Here, this is not a pee-pee. Good.
There's the full
I get that
there's
one.
the full profile shots of the two of you standing together, arched backs, looking back towards the person.
See, what I would like.
I like
is
That's
if
what I want.
If somebody goes into the tattoo shop and doesn't have an idea of what they want, they just bring like audio with them. Like, hi, I'd like to get a tattoo. Sure, sir. What do you have in mind? I'd like to get something like, how would you put this in an image? Right? And then they play. How would we capture that?
How do you draw that?
Yeah.
How do you draw?
I think a really good tattoo would be to get the shape, the outline of the country of Panama, and then just in cursive the word like Ted written across it where it should say Panama. And then if you know, right? Panama Ted. That's an easy one.
I could get an actual tattoo of a flu shot going into my ace.
I like that. On your ace?
With the E-ow under it.
Yeah, that's right. Like a syringe.
Yes,
and then
yes,
underneath
a
it just
big
says
syringe.
"E-ow" in quotes. That's good.
And then I could even do an advertisement for Kroger's right under it.
Man, that's a new level of pimping yourself out there.
That's
isn't it?
right. Yeah. Space available.
See, in the past, though, if you went in and said, hey, man, in honor of Common Man and T-Bone, I want to get a tattoo of the island of Greenland. Now you walk in like, oh, you a big Trump fan? It's like, no,
not
Common Man
necessarily.
and T-Bone been talking about Greenland for years.
Right. We've been banging with Nook forever.
Yeah. Way to go, Trump and Vance. You're figuring out our stuff. We already had this. We've been on the Greenland front for a long time.
Yes.
We like Greenland. We're all in on Greenland.
Nobody lives here.
Not anymore.
You can do almost anything you want. Like eat Oreos in preschool. Or not see people. Why? Because this is Greenland. You can even whisper on the radio in Greenland. You can decide not to cut your grass for 3 whole months because we have no grass in Greenland.
That was a good one.
Was it?
Man, get a tattoo. You can celebrate that crap.
I've never heard that.
You've never heard that?
That's so stupid.
I missed that.
Timmy, you didn't miss anything.
That's good.
You didn't miss a thing, buddy.
That's in the top 5.
You don't want to close your eyes.
That's the top 5.
No, it's not.
That's good.
That's
sounds like a Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
movie trailer.
Epic. That's
wow.
what I mean. That's Greenland for you, baby. That's where we want to go.
Makes me want to go back to Scotland too.
It's actually not the only Greenland fake commercial that we have.
Yeah, the other one is like talking really fast, isn't it?
I don't know.
I think
we can listen
if it's
to
the
it.
one I'm thinking of. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey guys, are you sick and tired of all the bizarre idiots who populate most of the earth?
Yeah, actually I am.
Has the whiny narcissistic society that we now live in got you feeling like you want to kill yourself?
Oh, yeah, who are you and why are you in my house?
Well, before you do, why not check out one of the few places left in the world with barely any annoying people, because there are barely any people at all.
Iowa?
Of course, I'm talking about God's country, Greenland.
Oh, I forgot that was even a country.
In Greenland, you'll have acres and acres of semi-frozen land separating you from the nearest internet blogger or cable news talking head. In fact, because there's barely any cable or internet in Greenland, you'll never have to worry about seeing those losers ever again.
If I don't have any internet, though, how will I be able to look at porn?
And leave your selfie stick at home, because they're officially banned in Greenland.
Aww.
In fact, the only stick you'll want to keep handy should have 12 gauges in case you see any old wily polar bears that want to sniff around your secluded log cabin.
That sounds terrifying.
Desolate, unpopulated, and very dangerous. It's Greenland, like being Amish, but with more ice.
Wait, so I'm not killing myself. I'm just moving to Greenland. Sounds like a plan.
That was a good one, too.
Jeez. Good Lord. Also, tell me you've never seen anything about Greenland. When we made that, it's like no one has any clue what is actually going on in Greenland. Log cabins in this weather? No. The joints would be expanding like crazy.
You know what they live in there?
What do they live in there?
It's like rail cars.
Rail cars?
Well, that's sort of housing.
What do you mean?
Modular.
Modular. Yeah. Like what
talking about like what like the Maersk things, the
talking about like mobile home? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah,
modular
but
home?
sturdier than that.
Like a double wide? That's modular.
Yeah.
No?
It's like when you go to Antarctica.
What's your favorite lettuce? My favorite kind of lettuce.
I like
We're talking about icebergs.
Yeah, there
Going
you
to
go.
Greenland.
Iceberg.
I just know from Mighty Ducks that the woman said that Iceland is green and Greenland is covered from ice.
That's right.
That's about my knowledge of Iceland and Greenland from Mighty Ducks.
For now, Timmy. Give it another 20, 30 years, Greenland, palm trees.
20, 30 years.
We're heading there.
Come on.
Yeah.
Gone in 20, 30 years.
No, we'll have that thing wrapped up.
No, it's underneath. Didn't you know? That's why they want Greenland, because underneath there's all kinds of mineral deposits. But we can't get to them because there's
I think
glacier.
you're wrong.
No, there's glacier over top of it. But what do you think? You think it's just a block of ice? Like when Greenland's a giant ice cube? It's a continent, or it's part of a continent. There's stuff under there.
Landmass.
Land, yeah.
Well, I guess we'll be seeing about that now, won't we?
Well, I'm just sitting out there revving my engine right now.
Timmy, are you aware that in the center of the earth, there's a separate society of mole people?
Yeah.
And Stanley Tucci will take a vehicle there.
Why will Stanley Tucci take a vehicle?
You haven't seen that movie, The Core?
Oh, no, I've never seen that.
No.
You haven't seen that?
I like how you said that. Like, everybody's seen The Core. It's like Jurassic Park.
I thought I was
You ever seen The Core?
I thought I was talking to Anthony Rothman.
Most of my Stanley Tucci watching these days involves him standing near a stove going, is the camera rolling?
Yes.
Okay. Is the
Right.
camera? Okay. I have pancetta here today. And then that's just him making food.
Well, I know there's lots of neat people underground.
Is that
stupid?
Yeah, that's right. I agree.
All right, back page coming up. Timmy, you know what? We don't need you tonight. You've done so much. You've done so much these last two segments. I feel like it would be selfish to hog you for the Sentai. Please, without a shirt on. Colin Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should watch out for an accident that's on Clark State Road at North Wagoner Road. That's causing some delay there. And you're also going to run into a slowdown due to a crash if you're on South Sylvan Avenue at West Broad Street. This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios. Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Dormar can be there today, guaranteed. Visit them at dormarhvac.com.
Our favorite reason to choose Diamonds Direct over any other jeweler? Free service for life with no fine print. That's right. When you buy your engagement ring or any piece of jewelry at Diamonds Direct, you will never have to pay a dime in the future for sizing, cleaning, or routine maintenance. Even if she accidentally knocks out a side accent diamond, Diamonds Direct will replace it free. Now, other stores claim to offer warranties, but the catch is that they won't honor it unless you bring your ring in for regular inspections. But at Diamonds Direct, inspections are never required. There's no gotcha clause, no fine print, no looking for ways to void the warranty. Plain and simple, at Diamonds Direct, we stand behind what we sell, and we're committed to service it at no charge for life, period. It's all part of our commitment to provide you with the ultimate in value and total confidence before, during, and long after your purchase. Diamonds Direct, the jeweler you can trust with a no questions asked 100% free lifetime warranty with no strings attached. Come see us to learn more. Proud to call Buckeye City home. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
How'd you like to wipe out all that credit card debt to start the new year off right? Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Stop getting fleeced by the credit card companies. If you own your home, go to AFLcash.com now. Advantage First Lending can help you unlock that equity and get you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's AFLcash.com. You can pay off all your credit cards and other high-interest debt super fast. Consolidate all your bills into one low monthly payment. AFLcash.com can help you tap into your home's equity to give you some serious cash so you can go into 2025 with less stress and more confidence. Get the cash you need from Advantage First Lending now. Most homeowners don't even need an appraisal. How great is that? Get on solid financial footing. Go to AFLcash.com. That's AFLcash.com or call 844-394-CASH. 844-394-CASH.
Equal Housing Lender. NMLS 1209177. Subject to lender approval. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Sarah, Happy New Year. You look amazing. How are things with you and Mark?
Lisa, I can't thank you enough for telling me about Columbus Men's Clinic. We've totally rediscovered each other. He's working out, and we're doing more as a family than laying around watching TV.
I told you, they're incredible. My husband and I had the same experience. It's like having that spark all over again, isn't it?
Exactly. It's more than the physical. It's the connection, the energy. It's the best gift we could have given ourselves.
This new year, make the resolution that changes it all. Columbus Men's Clinic brings you proven options for ED, low testosterone, and enhancement. Reignite your drive, rebuild your confidence, and show up in the moments that matter most.
Here's to more love and more joy in the year ahead.
Cheers to that.
Book your appointment today at columbusmensclinic.com or dial 614-300-7400. That's columbusmensclinic.com or dial 614-300-7400. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen. Most radio stations suck. Here's why. They don't invest in local programming. We're live and local 14 hours a day. You can rest assured that every stupid thing we say is 100% local. Homegrown dumb since day one. The Fan.
Replace your furnace with Logan AC and Heat Services. Get a free Trane furnace with the purchase of an air conditioner and 0% APR financing for 72 months. Get a free indoor air quality product when you schedule your installation by the end of the month. We offer a system for every home and every budget. And with same-day estimates and next-day installation, it's hard to stop a Trane. Schedule your free estimate now and get fast, friendly service from Logan Services.
If your garage door's been up since Doc and Marty McFly hit the big screen, we've got you. We are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've been transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Come into your local AAA Car Care Plus and save $80 on select sets of 4 Nokian tires. Only at AAA Car Care Plus locations. And on the plus side, AAA members save more. Offer ends January 18th. See store for details.
It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan.
Buckeye Show coming up at the top of the hour. The fine host of the Buckeye Show, your friend and mine, Tyvis Powell.
Oh, you guys. Man, Bone.
Man, I'm glad that other idiot's not in here.
I don't know why Timmy is skipping out on this segment.
Because I told him to go away.
Why would you do that?
Because I've had enough of him. I wanted to talk to you.
Timmy's everybody's friend.
Not today.
We love Timmy. He's our guy.
I want to talk to you. Big victory. Buckeyes going for the national championship.
Yeah.
All right. The last time the Buckeyes won the national championship, you, my friend, sealed the deal.
Yes.
On the field.
Oh, yes.
Give me your thoughts about the victory that we just saw and a brief little synopsis of how you think this game against Notre Dame is going to go.
Well, I thought the victory that we saw on Friday was good. I knew that they would face some adversity. You know, the first two games, they just kind of cruised to victory.
Which is not realistic,
no,
right?
Yeah,
we got
at
spoiled.
some point, you knew that something was going to happen there, and I wanted to see how they handled it, and I thought they handled it really well. You know, those guys kept swinging, kept fighting, and they found a way to get a dub in the end. And, you know, I can't, like I always say, with this team, you can't deny the fact that they love and respect each other and their coaching staff. It's just nice to see them, you know, after all the things they've been through, finally pulling this out. And no doubt about it, they had the toughest path. And getting to the national championship has been an honor, but they got to find a way to win this thing. And how I think that game will go, it's funny because when you look at it, you know, Vegas is a 9.5, got the Buckeyes 9.5 favorites. And for some odd reason, I get this feeling, or not this feeling, I just think about, it can't be that simple. Now, if they come out there and play like they're supposed to, it should be that simple. But I can't help but think about the 2002 season. And why do I think about that? Because it's flipped. You know, it's flipped for the first time. You know, Ohio State looks like the greatest team on the world right now. And Notre Dame seems like they don't have a chance. Same thing they said about Ohio State versus Miami. And Ohio State found a way to win that game. Reason I bring that up, if you watch Notre Dame, they play tress ball is what they call it. They don't give up explosive plays. They run the ball effectively. Got a quarterback that uses his legs. They just move the change. They don't really have that big explosive playmaker, but it's effective. It changes the tempo of the game. So Ohio State got to find a way to continue to play their game. And it'll be similarly to how they did with Texas. I thought Texas was a great warm-up game for Notre Dame. Texas is the better team than Notre Dame, but the way that they played them, the way that they made them have to strategically get down the field without the explosive plays is exactly what they're going to have to do to beat Notre Dame, because I don't think Notre Dame is going to give up explosive plays.
That was all very good analysis, and I look forward to hearing more of it on the Buckeye Show. Now, here's my question.
That's it.
That's all we had? Okay.
It's done.
All right. Good. Here's my question for you, because I am a petty person. I hate the SEC with a passion.
Okay.
You are not a petty person. You are a very good human being.
Deep down, he is.
Well, all right, but you know
it's
what?
always people like Tyvus that wind up killing people in the room.
Not true.
Because it all bottles up and you lose control and everybody dies.
You don't bottle it up. You just don't. You handle it. You let it. You show the emotion, and then you move on.
All right. Here's my question for. I'm petty, so I am taking great joy in the fact that a Big Ten team and a team from the Midwest North, Notre Dame, who is playing down in the heart of SEC country in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Are you taking joy in this? The fact that the SEC is just all got to watch the Buckeyes and Notre Dame. Traditionally, it's not a Big Ten rivalry, but if there's ever two teams that represent this region of the country, Ohio State and Notre Dame, you couldn't do much better than that.
Well, I never looked at it from that standpoint. I looked at it as, the SEC, obviously, they've been dominant for many years. And the Big Ten has done a great job of finally catching up. And, you can credit that to NIL. You can credit that to transfer portal, whatever you want to say. But I do think as of right now, where it stands, the coaching in the Big Ten has been better than the SEC. And you could just turn the TV on and see the national championship game and tell me I'm wrong.
Hear that, Lane Kiffin? That's right. Tyvus Powell says you suck.
I didn't say that.
No, I said it for you.
I didn't say that.
You can put it out there, and I'll translate what you're saying, which is he sucks.
Lane,
screw you.
Tyvus versus Lane, I'm 1-0. So that's
there you go.
What'd you have to eat today? That's all I care about.
For lunch? Okay, so for breakfast, I worked out, and then I had a protein shake.
Okay, very healthy.
Chocolate, peanut butter, and banana.
Okay.
For lunch, I had made my own salad at home, right? So I put some salad. I had spinach in it, and it does have the stems on it.
You're a STEMmy guy.
I had a salad. I had some croutons, some bacon bits.
Croutons are bread.
Sure.
It's dried out bread.
He's not eating bread.
Will you stop?
He's not doing the no bread
Okay,
thing.
all right, that's fine.
He's eating bread.
That's fine.
Thank you.
It's very good. It's very healthy so far. I like this. I approve of it.
Croutons, bacon bits, egg, and Caesar dressing.
Okay.
And then that's it.
That's all you had?
Yeah.
So what's for dinner after you're done with Timmy?
My wife we got fillets from Whole Foods.
Oh,
so
man, must
wife,
be nice. Fillets from Whole Foods. That's natty title money right there.
So my wife's making fillets. We're having some mashed potatoes and mac and cheese, I think.
I'm going home. We're sharing a hot dog, Tyvis.
Oh, really?
And eating some rice that we found in the garbage disposal.
I actually thought about boiling a hot dog today. Two hot dogs with a bag of chips, no bun? Oh, man. Unbelievable.
Can I ask you guys very quickly, how do you cook a hot dog? What's the tip? No grill. I'm saying you're inside. It's winter.
Boil it in the water.
See, that's what I have always done. So my mom always did.
You put it in the microwave.
My wife is a microwave the hot dog person.
No.
And I'm like,
because if you boil it, it gets fat. It gets real fat. You gotta let it. You gotta let it bust out the thing. It just split open, and then you let it. Then you take it out and eat it. It's even better.
Tyvis, we are the same. Do you boil your hot dogs
all the time?
See, all right. Then I'm not crazy. That's what I'm trying to gather here.
Not at all.
I mean, you are crazy, just not for that.
No, this is all going in the divorce filing. So go ahead.
All right, what's coming up on the Buckeyes show tonight?
Oh, Timmy and I is going to talk about this great game that we got coming up on Monday. We're going to talk about where the Jack Sawyer play ranks in the best defensive plays of all time. So it should be fun. I wonder if he's going to remember me in that one, though. So,
nope, he outranks you.
Jack
Sawyer better than you at this point.
That's fun. You know what? Good for him. Good for him.
See, I don't buy a second of that, Eric Dickerson.
No, I'm going to tell you why. Because Jack Sawyer had his team up north interception overshadowed because they lost. So it's nice to see him get a play where he's still going to be remembered forever.
Beautiful.
Because he should have had it to begin with.
Buckeyes show, top of the hour, right here on the Fan. Back page.
The Back Page. The Back Page with Common Man and T-Bone.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Bone. All right. So apparently there's a show called Special Forces World's Toughest Test. It is the third season.
I've seen the commercials for this.
Yeah. It says that there are... Apparently, this is the 2-hour season premiere that's coming up soon. I do have spoilers in this story. Denise Richards is on this show this year, and apparently she had some injuries that she suffered while shooting this show. Apparently, she jumped off of a bridge during one part of this. I guess this episode aired last week. Let me live. But here's the part of the story that I cannot understand. She jumped off a bridge. This left her with ruptured breast implants, and she said she had no problem continuing on the show with that. She said, I needed to see a doctor, wanted to make sure I was okay to continue with all the stuff I was doing. I wanted to make sure I didn't damage my hernias. I knew the implants, that was something I could continue with. I was too embarrassed to even say anything about those. But it was where I had my surgery before my hernias that I wanted to make sure. She also had 4 hernias that also ruptured during the shooting of this show. My goodness.
How about that?
Hope she's getting paid well.
Sign her up for the Buckeyes.
That's toughness right there.
I'm just saying, that's tough.
That is tough. I agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, to talk to you about tough, here is Denise Richards.
Yeah.
We'll start by watching her marvelous work in Wild Things.
Just familiarize you with her body of work, shall we say.
Mm-hmm. All right, Buckeye show's coming up next. 2 big hours. And then we've got playoff football for you. Rams and Vikings right here on the Fan. We'll see you tomorrow. Common Man and T-Bone on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You're looking at a 5-minute delay due to an accident on westbound 104 at Groveport Road. It is moving slowly from Lockbourne Road. And we've got a couple-minute delay on westbound 670 from Leonard Avenue to Neal Avenue. This report is sponsored by Wendy's Breakfast. Freshen up your morning with Wendy's Breakfast, like a breakfast Baconator or a grilled sausage breakfast burrito or even a Honey Buddy. Ready for a fresh wake-up call? Gotta be Wendy's. Available at participating U.S. Wendy's. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is a Fan Action Update.
This action update is sponsored by Logan Services, a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. The Vikings are a 2.5-point favorite over the Rams tonight to end the first round of the NFL playoffs. Early lines for next week have the Chiefs a 7.5-point favorite over the Texans, Lions an 8.5-point favorite over the Commanders, and the Bills a 1-point favorite over the Ravens. For your Logan Services action update, I'm Scotty Vegas.
Dormar, you're kind of hero.
Dormar can be there today, guaranteed. Visit them at dormarhvac.com.
Playoffs? We're talking about playoffs? Yeah, you bet we are. Hey, it's Timmy Hall reminding you to get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. You know, scoring touchdowns is key to winning in the playoffs, and you can score big by betting on them at DraftKings, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. The only thing better than hitting on an anytime touchdown score is hitting on an anytime touchdown score in the playoffs. It just means more, baby. So download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code TheFan971. That's code TheFan971 for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. That's nice. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus. Ohio only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after insurance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
Through the magic of modern technology, I'm coming to you from inside your garbage disposal.
Hey, what are you doing down here?
I was telling folks about Who are you?
Garbage disposal monster. I eat the things people put in here. Nom 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 nom.
Oh?
Sometimes I get sick.
I was just about to say, the pros who knows from Apex are brilliant at fixing garbage disposals. You're really a monster?
Look here. These teeth?
Yeah?
They're all busted.
Oh.
They're for food, not forks. You hear up there?
Gee, what else?
Crazy noises like clingety, 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 clingety. Call Apex Pros.
Sure.
Sometimes I smell funny.
I didn't want to draw attention to it.
Call Apex Pros.
And what's going on now there?
Smoking. It's a bad habit. We're not supposed to smoke.
Well, you heard it straight from the garbage disposal monster. Call the pros who knows. Apex Pros.
Hi, it's Alex, the Apex Bear. We are the pros who knows, the official plumber of the Columbus Blue Jackets. ApexPros.com.
Nom, 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 nom.
Hey friends, Beamer here, and are you ready for this? 5 weeks with Awaken 180 weight loss, and I'm already down 30 pounds. 5 more pounds just last week. I'm no mathematician. I will leave that to my wife, but 30 pounds, 5 weeks, isn't that an average of just about 6 pounds a week? So far, I'd say Awaken 180 was everything it was cracked up to be and more. The guys talked about coaching, and my Awaken 180 coach, Natalie, she's the reason why this is so easy. We all know that I need to stay up for the games. I told her that, and she changed the program on me. Brandon, make sure to have this at it for an after dinner snack. And also add an extra tablespoon of healthy fat, some delicious olive oil. So I did, and I'd say 5 more pounds down last week, and it did the trick. If I say I'm hungry at this time, she fixes it. If I have cravings at this time, she fixes it. There's no guesswork with Awaken 180. You eat, listen to your coach, go about your everyday routine, and the weight simply falls off. Sounds too good to be true, but it isn't. Do what we all did and lose your weight for the last time. Visit them online at awaken180weightloss.com. Again, that's awaken180weightloss.com.
Hey guys, Anthony Rothman here for Low T Center. Keep that promise of getting your testosterone levels checked. If you lack energy, muscle mass, or have low libido, it could be low testosterone. Testosterone therapy may be your answer. But all guys have different T levels, so don't settle for a standard dosage plan. Get a personalized treatment plan at Low T Center. And for current patients, Low T Center offers a $150 credit when you refer a new patient. Book your appointment at lowtcenter.com. That's lowtcenter.com. Low T Center. Reinvent